Okay, hi, how are you? You know what? It's Sunday. We never do live streams on Sunday. So I thought, what the heck? We'll do a live stream on Sunday. Let's try and fix my camera a little bit. We're a little busy. I might have to step away from time to time because it's just me here right now. And Sundays can be a little nutty. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not really sure what to expect. I do know I need more coffee. Yeah. Uh-oh, I don't see a lollipop.
It's in my back pocket. Oh, I sacrificed a maxi pad and used the wrapper from it and just wrapped the lollipop.
There we go. You do what you gotta do. Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Busy.
Yeah.
Good.
You gonna play some games?
I would love to play some games.
Great.
It's my first time here.
This boy's planning a ninth birthday party. Is that something that you guys cater for?
We do them all. We have one going on right now.
Well, Finn, do you want to have a look to get the vibe? Do you want to look
I
in?
think I've been to
I think he has, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good, yeah.
All right.
So that's great. Very good. So,
and I've also never tried pinball.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
yeah. So
You might get hooked.
You might get hooked, yeah. I guess we can go in and spend a little time in here just to get a vibe first.
Give it a shot.
So,
$14.95 for an hour, 5 cents more for 2 hours.
okay.
Everything back here is set to free play, so it's just play as much as
40.
you want.
So this is just for me and Finn today. $40.95 an hour. Yeah, well, we'll go in. So what's the other thing you said? $40.95 an hour and
5 cents more if you want to extend it to 2 hours. So $15 for 2 hours.
$15 for 2 hours. Yeah, okay. Okay. We'll try that out. And what's the deal with the parties then?
It's just let
Is
me
it
know.
per kid or is it per hour?
It's per person.
Yes.
That's all we do. We have a table in the back, and we'll put your name on the table, and it seats like 12 something people. And if you need a few more, we can find another table and
Yeah.
some other chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
So you book how many people are going to show up and what time you want to be there, and then you just pay to enter, kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
2 hours generally, would that be about right? Yeah.
Most people do it. Yeah. 2 hours.
Are you allowed to bring in food? Or?
Yes. If you want to bring in pizza or cake or something like that. The only thing that we ask is to keep it contained at that table in the back. I don't want kids walking around with like cupcakes over by the billiard machines and the billiards and stuff like that.
Well-behaved
And-
kids only. You hear that?
It's usually not a big deal.
Oh,
And then
friend, yeah.
then we have washrooms up here, so
some
we
parents
just
will be around anyway, and
Yeah, and that's the other thing too is we have to if you're inviting a bunch of kids and parents are coming, you have to let them know that everybody beyond this point is paid entry. So we don't have a way that people could just hang out back here and not pay.
Okay.
Because everything's set to free play, and every time that it seems like people come back here and they can't help starting games, and then I got to go over and tell them and everything. So we just have to make sure that the parents that come to drop off the kids, if they want to stay and play, that's great, but they have to pay for it. Right.
the parents have to pay $15.
Yeah.
So it's $15 really, 2 hours, $15 a kid,
Yeah.
and
It's $15 for everybody beyond this point.
beyond this point,
basically.
yeah. How far in advance would you need? Like, I suppose it depends.
Yeah,
He's talking
usually
maybe early April, like
usually early March. Let us
About a
know.
month.
Yeah, we book up pretty quickly sometimes.
Sure.
So yeah. Saturdays noon to 4 can get
Popular.
pretty busy. Yeah.
noon to 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Saturdays or Sundays, and I guess it's a 9-year-old, so can't go too late in the evening. Okay, very good.
Yeah. All right.
Is
So
there anything you can give me, or I'll just call you? I guess give you a call.
yeah, you can take
Yeah.
one of my cards.
I heard you on the radio
Email.
a few months ago. That was you,
Give
was
it a
it?
call. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, if you use Facebook, you can contact us through, or Instagram, you can contact us through the
Instagram's
messenger.
great,
of that.
yeah. What's your name?
7.
Thanks, Seven.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, will we pay a few dollars and go in and have a
Okay. You want to do the 2 hours for 5 cents more?
I think that's a good deal, isn't it? That's a good deal.
Best deal in town. All right, $34.50 with tax.
I'm just going into
Wait, I gotta stamp your hand. Go ahead.
1-7. Did that go through?
It's doing it. You're approved. Do you want a receipt?
Oh, it's good. You can keep it.
All right.
I don't think we can.
Stamp your hand. Put your hand like this. So now you can play till 3:35, but that's what that number is. There you go.
Our shoes.
We owe you a pin.
A what?
Pin. Little button.
Oh, a pin. It's very nice.
Okay, so I do want to talk birthday parties, but do you do birthday parties for adults?
We do birthday parties for everybody.
Okay.
$1. $1.15. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, I was thinking, so how does it work? Do you rent the place out?
You can do it either way. So right now there's a party going on right now in the back.
Okay.
They just book the table in the back, and they just pay for whoever comes in. So $15 for 2 hours for everybody that comes in. You can book the space for a private party on, not on Fridays or Saturdays because there's just too many walk-ins. We don't want to be closed for that. But and Sundays sometimes, like later in the afternoon on Sundays, but. And it's a little bit more expensive. Usually, if you've got about 34 people, then it's worth. If you have 34 or more, then it's worth booking the place out, because then you can have 40, 50 people or whatever it is. But
We're just asking questions because this place is sweet. We want to go back. So then, what if you wanted to do like book the whole place out for what's it, like 2 hours, 3 hours? Like how's it work?
yeah, so it's by hour, 2 hour minimum,
Okay.
and then I have I don't have a sheet available.
Okay.
Do you use like you can email me and I can send it to you?
Oh yeah, sure. That'd be great. That's sweet.
Info at
Okay.
Pinballorama.com, and I can send you all the information
Okay.
on times, because we have different pricing depending on what day. When in the winter, Sunday at 6:30 we close, and after that time, that's going to be the cheapest, like $2.25 an hour or something like that.
This says Pinballorama.
Would you like your own card? Here you go. You get your very own one.
What do you say?
There you go.
Okay, that's good to know. That'd be really fun. Okay. Sweet. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We will be back. We'll be in touch.
Would you like to play that machine?
What?
Come here, I'll let you do this. Can you see in there? All right, I'm gonna put this in, and when you wanna dig, you push that button, and this thing will drop down, and maybe it'll grab me a candy, okay? All right, here we go. Whenever you're ready, push the button. There you go.
Come on, Evie.
Oh, I think you got something. You like licorice? Well, you got licorice. You got two things.
You got him?
There you go. You got two things you could share with your mom.
What do you say? That's sweet of you. Thank you.
You bet.
Okay, we'll be talking.
All right. See ya. Okay. Look at that. I start the stream and I instantly have to walk away. I'm going to make myself some coffee while I have a moment. Excuse me for a second. I guess I can still chat whilst I'm making the coffees. You just can't see me. So we did a video. Chris came in the other day. We did a video on how to play bar billiards, and that was a lot of fun. We are going to do. He's going to come back on Thursday if we don't get like stupid snow or anything like that. He'll come back on Thursday, and we're going to do one on how to play bumper pool, because some people had asked about how that game works, and it's not something you see very much anymore. It's a really interesting game from 1955. Oh, I have people coming in, of course, as I have a shot going. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Looking for just a 2 hour And just as an aside, you can ignore my voicemail. I went to the back door, so of course it was locked. I called and I said, well, maybe I'll go to see in the front.
Yeah, I didn't even hear the phone ringing. I have to put a sign in the back because we've had that happen a couple times. And my long-term goal is to put a little camera and a little button, and then have an electronic strike. I can buzz the door open for people, right?
But, wait, just so you know, you can ignore my
all right.
amenities.
1725.
My tap's not working.
Insert in the top.
Oh, sir. Okay.
There you go. All right. So you're good for till 3:40.
Till 3:40. Sounds wonderful. Thanks very much.
All right. Thanks. Okay. Let's do a 4 camera for now. Get kind of a, hey, look, you can see me. I'm right there. I don't know if I like that. Let's see. Let's look at video arcades. What's going on over in the video arcades? Some aero fighting, some tank driving, some motorcycle riding, and then the overview here that people playing our new Wii. Iker is in chat. Hi Iker, how are you? I told the kids that came up and asked for the Wii remotes. I told them that they're responsible for the Wii remotes, and if they hand them off to other kids without telling me, they're in trouble. They handed them off to other kids. I have to make sure that they have the straps on so they don't throw the remotes through the thing. Yep, looks like it's okay. Yeah, so Sunday, what time is it? It's almost 2, 15 minutes to 2 p.m. We have a party in here. As you can tell, a couple kids are wearing party hats. I'm looking at the, sorry, not looking at you. I'm looking at the little monitor to see what's going on down here. Maybe I can move, hold on, let's see. If I move this over here. What's my favorite? Iker says, what's my favorite era? Favorite 90s era pinball? Oh God. Hard to say, really. I'd have to look. I kind of forget what machines are from what generation, because I have like my oldest one in here is 1964, so I'm kind of all over the place, right? I guess with the DMD era ones, the early DMD type things. I don't know. I really, when I start playing like something like Starship Troopers, I really like the rules of that and the challenge and the clearing the various planets and stuff. When I get into playing that game, I really get into it. But I guess the same could be true about like Hurricane or something like that. Like I don't know. I'm about playing for objectives. I like games with really good objectives and interesting things to do. I'm not a big fan of games that hit a thing and it changes the target blue, and then you hit the blue, and then you hit a thing and it changes the target color to green, and you hit all the green, and that kind of thing. I have managed to undock my chat. There we go. Why won't it let me mount it over there? Oh, I had it. Sorry, I'm dinking around with OBS trying to get the preview window right under my. I guess I can move my camera. I'll just move my camera. It doesn't look like I'm not paying attention. Does that make sense? It bothers me when I watch videos and people aren't looking at the camera and they're kind of looking off to the side or whatever. What about you, Iker? What's your favorite 90s era pinball machine? My favorite pinball machines are right over there, in a row. Big Lebowski. Next to that is the Sega Genesis, or not Sega. Sega Genesis is a video game. That's a console. It's Gottlieb Genesis. And then next to that is a Gottlieb High Hand, right? Yeah. Royal Flush, sorry. The Royal Flush game. Those are the ones that when I play, I put them all right there. You can kind of see them in the lower left there. The guy right there in the very lower corner, he's playing Big Lebowski. Next to that is Genesis. Next to that is Royal Flush. So I put them right there so that they're easy access, so I can dash over there and play them real quick if I want to. Those are the ones that I kind of keep going back to. I think, like I don't know the last time that I played something like Cue Ball Wizard, which I have, and it's hugely popular in here, but I haven't played it for a long time. I think when you have 100 pinball machines, you kind of get stuck sometimes. The game that I play in here now more than anything is bar billiards. I play the crap out of that. Like Chris, who helped me with the video the other day on bar billiards, he came in last night. We played that for an hour and a half. And then we just got the Wii set up. So I've been Wii bowling. I haven't Wii bowled forever, so. And we have some people that are subscribed to the channel that are over in Europe and other places, and I thought that it might be fun to stream a little bit during the afternoon because we almost never do. We usually stream at night, and so this lets people from other time zones join us for a chat. That's why I thought it would be fun to start a chat or start a live stream today. And I almost never do them on Sunday afternoons, so it'll be kind of fun. We'll probably do this for, let's see, we've been going for about 20 minutes. I'll probably stream for another hour. This party is leaving in 10 or 15 minutes, so it'll quiet down a little bit in here, but you never know. We've actually had a really busy morning already. I was gonna try and start the live stream like an hour earlier, but it was just like one thing after another. I was gonna start it around 12:30, so about an hour and a half ago. And if you've never joined the live stream, we made a few changes. So I have these 4 cameras in here now. So the one that's pointing at me and the one of the candy store in front, the one with the red wall, both of those cameras are wireless. And then the 2 upper cameras are wired USB cameras. So, watch it. It's right in this area right here. So if you go into the far back corner, up the ramp. So as it turns out, Chris, who was playing bar billiards with me in the video, he works at a store called Great Hobbies, and they're, as the name implies, they're a hobby store. They have lots of like remote control things. And so I told him, I said, you know, Chris, now that I have some wireless cameras, I kind of think it'd be fun to be able to throw one on a remote control car and drive it around, just for the heck of doing it. So the camera that's pointing at me, that's a little, I can show you, hold on. I have the power to do this. Let's start this thing. Hold on, I will change this to Camera Safari Adventure Time, which lets me show you what's on this phone. Camera Safari Adventure Time. This is the little wireless camera. So it's actually plugged in just for power right now, but it wirelessly goes to the computer that is being the streaming computer. So I can attach a magnet to this, and then we can attach it to anything we want to. and I thought it'd be hilarious to attach it to some sort of remote control device and drive it around occasionally, just for fun. So yeah, expect that nonsense in the future. We could drive it underneath the pinball machines and all over. Your curtain LED is really cool. Was it expensive and difficult to program? So right now it's made by a company called Govee, and it's actually 3 panels. So it's 3 LED curtains. You can join 3 together at a time. When they first came out, I have 6 of the curtains. So I have these 3 that are up right now. I have 3 more that we have pulled out of the other arcade, and we're actually going to mount those on the wall, like right up in here, right there. We're going to hang them there. I have rods up there all ready for them to go, so they're going to go up there. To program them, there's a piece of software. It's an app that you download to your phone or a tablet or whatever, and it's limited on what you can do. If you have just one curtain, and the one curtain, they're about 5 feet wide, 4 to 5 feet wide. If you have one, you can take animated GIFs or GIFs, depending on how you like to pronounce that, and it will sort of translate it into an animation that will display on the LEDs. But the problem with it is that, like, the resolution of the curtain is it's low resolution, right? Because it's 1 pixel spread out in a like a 2-inch square block or something, right? So it's limited with what you can and can't do with it. When you have 3 curtains joined together as a group, you can program 5 scenes, right? At least last time that I messed with it. They may have updated it, I don't know. But last time I was messing with it, it's 5 scenes that you can do. And then there's some limited animation that you can do with it. So, on this particular one, you can see in the curtain, you can see there's a Pac-Man and a ghost going by, right? So what I did was I drew a little Pac-Man, I drew a little ghost, and then you can animate it. You can tell it to go left, right, up, down, or diagonally. You can't tell it to go, 8 pixels left and then 8 pixels up or anything like that. See you later. It's pretty limited that way. It lets you. So that's a particular scene. So I drew the little thing. I told it to animate at a particular speed, going from left to right, and it displays that for a minute. So you can tell it how long you want each scene to display, and then it moves to the next scene, and you can have up to 5. So the curtain, what's going on right now are I did squares of different rainbow colors, and I animated them up, and I just have like this sort of zigzaggy design. And so you have this big wash of stuff. There's another Pac-Man one you can kind of see in the corner there. Can you see it from? Is it better from the video arcade scene? Hold on a second here. No, you can't see it at all there. Yeah, you can see it up in the corner. So it's cool. It's a little limited on what you can and can't do with it, but if you're clever, you can do some kind of fun stuff with it. For the ones that I'm going to put on the wall up there, they're going to be separated out. So it'll be a curtain, and then about the space of a curtain, and then another curtain, then the space of a curtain. So the 5 scenes that I'm going to program, 4 of those scenes, it's going to look like the curtains are acting independent of each other. So I might just do like washes of color or something. And then for one scene, something will happen and all of them will sequence together. I think that will look cool because when they're separated apart, and they're all doing their own little thing, it'll look like they're not joined. And then all of a sudden, and like maybe once an hour, I'll do the one thing where they're all joined together. So I'll do something like, 4 scenes, 15 minutes long, and then one scene that's 2 minutes long. And very active, right? Oh, I might have to yell at some kids playing bumper pool. Hold on a sec. So use the other side. Use that side. And you don't want the tip to touch the felt.
Make
okay?
it big.
Just like that. Yep. Put your hand. Perfect. Just like that. And then hit it.
See?
Pretty good. How's it going? I don't remember a time that I didn't know how to use a pool stick, and it's fascinating to me watching kids try it for the first time. Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Just picking up my son, Benjamin.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have to go back there and find him. I have no idea. Hey, no ninja sticks.
Thanks for coming, Benjamin. Hope you had fun.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure.
You had fun? Yeah, I'm sure you had fun, yeah.
Wasn't terribly bored anyway.
That's right. Happy birthday. Yep. Right there.
See you guys.
Yep, see ya.
Don't forget your jacket.
Hiker says, hey, got to run, but wanted to say big thanks to all your restoration videos. I really got me into the game of buying and fixing up old pinball machines. Thank you. That's good to hear. Once I get my if you're still watching, I don't know if you are, this space I'm going to have a workshop here. It's not set up yet, but when it's set up, I'll actually prep it so that it's easier to do videos, so I can do more restoration and more things. Right now, my workshop at home, there's no space. Half my tools are here. It's really hard to work on machines right now because I've got some tools here, I've got some tools at home. Whenever I'm working on something, I never seem to have what I need. I don't have space in my workshop right now because it's filled up with machines. I don't have space here because it's storage at the moment. So we need to get all that kind of moved around. We're waiting. We're going to do our espresso, get our espresso and the cafe thing up and going. Hopefully in the next few weeks we'll have that done. After that, we're going to be able to put in the stairs to get upstairs, which we don't have right now. Once the stairs are in, then we'll be able to move some stuff around and I'll be able to get my workshop up and going. And then hopefully we'll be able to do some more restoration videos. And it's starting to snow again. I didn't know it was going to snow today. Hiker says, looking forward to it. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too much longer. I'm looking forward to it because I don't like having my workshop space. And it's be a pretty good space back there, I think. There'll be enough room to have my bench. All my tools will be all kind of organized, which is going to be a big plus. I'll bring my air compressor here, or maybe the company will buy a new air compressor. I'm not really sure. And then there'll actually be a place where I'll be able to work on probably a couple machines at a time and space to have maybe 2 machines kind of folded up. We'll see. My bench doesn't take up a whole lot of space. And I'm going to bring the one that I have from home, which is, it's basically a big rack, like a big industrial rack. Shelving on the bottom, a space for soldering and fiddly stuff, and I need to rig up somewhere to put a vise. I need to bring in or buy some grinding wheels because I use those quite a lot. Grinding and a buffing wheel. I have 2 machines at home. Those things are so cheap, so I wanted a buffing wheel and I wanted a grinding wheel, and I didn't want to have and a wire wheel. And so I didn't want to have to change everything out. Like I didn't want to have to keep changing the wheels. So I bought one grinder has with 2 wheels on either side. I put a wire wheel on one side and a buffing wheel on the other. And I'm like, oh, now I need a grinding wheel. So I got the grinding wheels and stuff. And I went to change them out. I'm like, screw this. It's like you can buy a grinding machine for, you can buy the machine for 40, 50 bucks. You can usually find them used for next to nothing. It's like, we'll just do that. So I have 2. So I have, and one of them has like a heavy grinding wheel and then a lighter grinding wheel on the other side. And I use those so much. So I'll have to come up with a handful of various machine tools that I use frequently, and we'll get those set up here. And then just having a place where I can have all my tools lined up where they're accessible. Like right now, everything's on a bench because at the other place I didn't have a workshop, so I built up this little cart. That's a cart. and all the tools are on this cart, so that I could wheel the cart out to the machine that I'm working on. But it's hard to populate a cart with everything that you need at any given time. So it's like crammed full of wrenches and screwdrivers and this and that, and all kinds of different stuff. But there's not enough room to be organized. It's like just right, being almost organized, but not organized enough that it's frustrating. So it'd be really nice to be able to walk in and go, I need this size wrench, and you look at the wall and you pull it off the wall, and it's right there, right? And you know, maybe I'll do the grandpa thing where it's like it's got its own little hook, and then there's the outline of the hammer or the wrench, so you know where to put it back. Yeah, and we're getting closer to getting our cafe going here. You can't see it on any of these displays. I think I talked about it one of the last live streams I did. We had some metal fabricated for in the back. Charlie Whiskey, hey there, how's it going? I was just talking about you, about finding a remote control car that we could put this camera on and drive it around in the thing. So I'll have to come over maybe Wednesday on my way in. I'll stop at your store and have a look around. Are you working on Wednesday? Like if I came in there Wednesday at 10:30, 10:45, something like that. Because it's on my way here. Hold on a second, people at the counter. Let's do this. Let's go here. Perfect. Sorry?
It's quite nice. I like the way you set it up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's an ongoing project.
Yes.
So I figured that we've got more stuff that we're probably going to end up gluing to the walls and everything. So I set up this light bar here.
Okay.
These are actually painted 2x6s, so they're just wood.
Nice.
And then there's power running along all the way across it. So if I find more lights, I can just screw them up there. And then on this wall, I want to cover it with more stuff. So I bolted the 2x4s about halfway up the wall, so I have something to easily attach to. And then the back wall is all wood, so that's easy. And hopefully within the next few months, we'll have the upstairs ready.
Oh, nice.
So this closed area, there'll be stairs that go up there, and up there we'll have air hockey, and I'm going to move a lot of these sit-down cocktail tables up there, and then that will be like the party room when people reserve. And the air hockey, because it's like it's almost 4x8, so we'll be able to put a tabletop on it, and people use it as a big table. And then after the party's gone, we move it, and yeah. And there'll be a little bar top right here where people will be able to sit and look down. Yeah, it'll be fun. And hopefully kids won't be throwing pizza slices and stuff off of there, so we'll see.
Don't give them the idea. They might not come up.
Might have to put like chicken wire up or something.
Yeah. Exactly. Make it look like an old, the old DJ booths in roller derbies, right? The roller rinks. They always have that DJ booth on the top there.
Yeah. The one that I went to when I was a kid, they had all the walls were covered in shag carpet.
Oh, really?
Well, most of the walls. There was one brick wall that had a big mural on it, and then the other, and they had a little DJ booth off there. Like the rink was an oval. You came in on this side, and right here was this little triangular DJ booth.
Okay.
And it was all covered in shag carpet. It was hilarious. Like sort of 70s, sort of brownish red carpet.
Nice.
What?
How did you secure this now, the big soccer pack?
Someone had it for sale off of Facebook or something. We had it at the other location too.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just thought he was too cool to.
Oh, absolutely. It's the perfect spot.
The only thing I don't like about it is that it as a functional display, it's pretty terrible. Like it takes up a lot of room and it doesn't hold a lot of stuff. So I was actually thinking of if I can find. They made like the M&M guy ones that they're exactly the same thing. M&M guys holding things up. If I can find one or two of those or a couple other ones, what I might do is I might take the tray off of them and then just put them up here so you can see them. But because honestly, I'd much rather have more display area so I can put more product up. But for now, it's fine. And I like how one side of him is rubbed off from all the kids going up and touching him and petting him. So they've rubbed off the little fake sugar. And I have had a couple kids lick him.
Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. Yeah, there's some cool candy, like throwback to a while back.
Yeah, we have
Daddies, I think I remember.
half of this stuff is from people saying, "Hey, do you remember such and such?" And then I try to find it.
Some stuff I don't remember.
And then sometimes, like as I'm looking for stuff, I find this interesting. Like this is Japanese gum, and it's amazing gum.
Oh, okay.
And then these are just these weird Japanese gums that like turn your tongue blue or red or whatever.
Interesting. Does it taste like a
It's a bubble gum-ish type flavor.
the ones
But
that
it's-
have that little what's the ones you can get and it's kind of has a little story on it, like a little comic on
Oh,
it.
yeah, Bazooka Joe.
Like
Yeah.
a bazooka, kind
It's
of.
so it's that gum is it's sort of a regular bubble gum flavor, but it's a little bit different. But Bazooka gum was always a little tough, and you had to chew it for a while. That's like super soft and really, yeah. I don't like gum, and I tried that. I'm like, I gotta try it, and I was just amazed at how good it was. Yeah.
Where do you find all this? Like, is there stuff that you probably have to get from the States?
Yeah, so there's a couple distributors that I've found over the years that
This tastes like licorice.
that blackjack, yeah, that's licorice.
Buy cigarettes. Now they can't call them, they call them pasty candy sticks. They can't call them cigarettes.
Yeah.
Here, the parents. Oh, maybe they're here.
There's one here, there's another one here. Yeah. Charlie Whiskey says, I'm just finishing up another ASMR style hard disk drive teardown today, this time in stereo instead of mono. Awesome. Bazooka Joe, the hardest block of gum next to the baseball card gum. Yeah, I love baseball card gum. I miss it. I never collected really, I didn't do baseball cards, but I collected other little trading cards. Well, I had like Munster cards, I had Kiss cards. I still have a lot of them somewhere. Wacky packages, all that. There's something about that gum that the flavor, I don't know, everything about it was, I don't know. And I haven't really found anything quite like it. There's the gum that's the gold mine gum. Comes in the little bag and it's like little yellow, it's supposed to be gold. That gum's pretty close to having the flavor of the other gum, but yeah, it's I don't know, it's different. Something about that hard slab of gum, and you have to chew it. Then it softens up, and the flavor's gone within like a minute, and then you spit it out. And, yeah. Kind of miss all that. That was awkward. Bye. See you later. Don't play with that unless you're gonna buy it. I don't. If you drop it, then I have to throw it away.
That's expensive. That looks big.
It is big.
Fine.
5 pounds. Yeah. I tell people that this is the last gummy bear you ever have to buy because after you eat it, that's it. You're dead. And this is a giant gummy worm.
No, I get it.
How are
You
there
should-
garbage pail
you
kids tarot cards?
You should have this thing where if they can finish the gummy bear in like 20 minutes, they get it for free.
I don't want to be responsible for that. That's like saying, hey, if you can nail this nail through your nose, then you can have the nail for free. Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah, Xavier, that's sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
Sakana, thanks so much.
No problem.
All right.
What'd you find there? All right, 50 cents. Perfect, thank you. You're good to go.
Yeah, to head up, but thanks all, that was great.
Yeah,
Good
thanks
fun.
for coming in. Bye.
Have a good day.
See you later.
Okay, how you guys?
Is there tax with that?
What?
Are you selling them with tax or no?
Yeah, let me scan it and I'll tell you how much it is.
You said they were really good. I was going to get them for
They're 58 cents in all.
I'll take 4 for
Okay.
4 kids.
Take 5. Better give us 5.
All right. One more.
You said they were really good. That's why you said it was amazing.
$2.88. Out of 5.
These are rumored to be delicious.
Maybe the driver. What are garbage pail kids?
You guys don't know what tarot cards.
I do know what tarot cards
I know Garbage Pail Kids are. Right?
Why for Garbage Pail Kids though?
They're sort of a novelty thing, and they're really hilarious. Actually, they're pretty funny.
Sure. Have you seen Garbage Pail Kids before? So when we were younger, Cabbage Patch Kids were a real big thing, right? So Garbage Pail Kids were a parody of Cabbage Patch.
And they're sort of grotesque little things like, Ugly Tommy, and he's like sitting in a cabbage patch, and he's got worms coming out of his face, or something like that. So they took the traditional style of the drawings that are in tarot cards. So there's like the Hanged Man or the Three of Swords or whatever, but they have all these little Garbage Pail Kids as the characters.
I have no idea, man.
It's bubblegum.
It's bubblegum. Thank you again, sir.
All right, man.
Pleasure as always. I'll be back when I run out of coffee, if not before.
Should have more in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no worries. You guys running any specials for March break this year?
It will probably just be open.
For me to run a special, you'd be packed anyway, so it would make sense.
Yeah. Usually on whatever days we'll probably be open Monday, Tuesday until 8 p.m.
Okay.
Is usually what we do on
So you open up the days you're not usually closed, anyways. Okay. Awesome. Much appreciated, sir.
All right.
See you then, if not before. All right. Let's go, children. Time's up. Time's up.
See you later. While it's clearing out, that must have been a birthday party. Yeah, so we actually had a bunch of people that all came in at the same time, right when we opened. So yeah, we have. Let's see, this guy just left. Okay, let me show you this. Take this stick, come here. Put your hand on the table like this. Put your hand like this, okay? And then you're gonna hold this like this. You're gonna put this like this. And as you shoot, keep this stable and just slide the stick across like that, okay? And you don't jab at it. And you wanna make sure that this never touches this, okay? Just like that. Okay, so try it on that one. Ah, perfect. Well done.
Cancel Pilates. Pilates.
So your guys' time is up. You guys were part of the party, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I know. So we're gonna go, guys. I'll just tell them.
Get after your mom, boys. Two good boys looking after your mom. See you soon.
See you guys later.
I think we'll try to book a slot for the birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, so would the 13th of April, Sunday, be free? That's actually his birthday, so between 12
That's
and 2.
pretty far out. We're probably okay. Let's look.
Pretty far out, like me. Pretty far out.
March 13th of April? Yeah, I don't have anybody booked right.
Oh, yeah.
I do have other people booked around it, but yeah. Do you have a particular time in mind?
I'm thinking 12 to 2. Would that be good for 9? Kind of, we'd have the pizza as well, or whatever.
Yeah.
A couple of hours. Would that be sound okay?
Yeah, that's a good time to come in because it's like right when we first opened, and yeah. So 12 to 2.
Yeah.
Let me do this here real quick and I'll come back to you. All right, what are we getting?
And then one is for Francis, guys. She loves lifesavers?
That's all right. Let's see. Pop shop, bubblegum, sour cream. $17.54. It's thinking about it. It's doing it. You can't hear a beep. There's too many beeps. There you go. You want a receipt?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Awesome.
There you go.
I don't know if it's twist cap or...
The twist off. Yeah.
Thanks a
All
lot.
right. See you later.
Guys. See you later. Take care of yourselves.
All right. 12
Bye.
to 2. And what's your name?
Dan, D-A-N.
Okay.
Clavin, C-L-A-V-I-N.
Do you know about how many people you're gonna invite over?
Maybe 10.
But I'll pay.
Approximately.
Okay.
8 to 10 maybe, including the adults.
This rough
see.
number is good, just so we
That
can
would be
kind
the
of
size
judge.
of it, yeah. And will I get back to you with final numbers before that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah. And then notes. What's the telephone number for you?
902 916 9589. 902 916 9589.
Great. All right, I got you in for the 13th, April 13th,
April the 13th,
Noon.
that's a Sunday.
noon to 2.
April the 13th, noon to 2. I'm going to put that in as well. April the 13th. In birthday. Edit. 12 to 2. Well.
Yeah, just let me know if anything changes or.
Will do.
Yeah.
The number of kids, yeah.
Yeah, if I put you down
it's
for
more.
10, and if it's going to be
If it goes to 15 or 20, I need to contact you.
yeah, let me know if it's over 15.
Is there a limit? No.
But if we do need to bring in like a little bit more seating, that table expands out. Maybe by April we'll have the upstairs done. I don't know.
Are you
So-
planning upstairs expansion?
Yeah, so we have
That's great.
all this upstairs here. this that's blocked off is going to be right now to get up there it's just a ladder. But this we're going to put in stairs. And then there'll be a bar here where you can kind of sit and look down.
A bar with alcohol?
No, just like a bar that you can sit at.
Yeah.
A little countertop kind of
Nice.
thing. So
It's a great dynamic. You can
Couple
walk
of
up there and look
yeah.
down.
And then over on this side we'll have I have a big air hockey table, and then the only other thing up there will be the air hockey and then these little cocktail table arcade games like this that you can sit down at. So when we have parties in, we can just put a tabletop on top of the air hockey and use that as a big table. And then other seating for that stuff. So when we have parties come in, they can go upstairs, hang out upstairs. And one of the things that happens when we have, it's kind of a constant problem. When we have parties and the parents come and then the parents come back here and they just sort of mill around and everything, it's hard to keep track of what's going on because this is all paid entry, right? And I don't know how many times I have to stop parents from playing games. Like they come in to pick up the kids, they mill around for 10 or 15 minutes and then they end up playing games because it's too tempting. So if this is easy, it's just like upstairs. You can go upstairs, right? If they sit down and play that a couple games, fine, whatever.
The parents are very attractive as well. And they just don't think. Like they just come in and they, as you said, it's too attractive.
Yeah. I had one guy like really go off on me. There was a hockey team had booked time here, and so there was like, I don't know, 16 kids in here, handful of parents. When the parents came to pick them up, like I have a sign here that says paid entry only, right?
And I actually saw that. I saw that.
The paid entry thing?
So
yeah.
You can see it.
Yeah.
And I don't know it was everything.
Yeah, it's right there.
It is there. Like,
yeah.
That's very clear.
Yeah. And he just walked by. He walked by and he went in the back, and I'm just kind of keeping an eye on things, right?
Yeah.
That group of parents, I had to tell 4 parents to stop playing. One of them, there was a guy playing pinball, and I walked up, and I had this. It's like, hey, I just wanted to, it's not free, it's pay to enter,
I know, you're
that
nice
kind of
about it.
thing. I had this thing, right? And I understand that if they kind of just go over, it's just. It happens.
Most of them say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm sure.
And they do. Yeah. I didn't know, or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
so the guy's sitting back there at Galaga playing that game back there, and I said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know it's not free to play. You pay to enter. That's how I make my money." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I thought I haven't played this forever." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's hard, isn't it?" He's like, "Yeah." He's not getting up and he's not looking away from the screen, and I'm like, "So you kind of have to stop playing now, like." Oh, I just wanted to play the one game. It's like, they're not free to play though. Like I'm having this, like I don't know where the disconnect is. And finally, he gets really mad and he gets up and he storms over here. And I walk around, his kid's in here somewhere. I walk around, there's another parent over here playing a game that didn't pay to enter. So I'm having the same conversation with him. This guy comes back. Comes over and he goes, and he like gets in my face. He goes, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know, see you never." And he says, "See you never," and like really aggressively. And he came around and he came right up to me, and I didn't recognize, because I was having this conversation. I didn't recognize that was the same guy that I just had the conversation with, right? So there was like this disconnect. Like I'm smiling. And I'm like, "See you never," like. Wait, what? Who is this? Wait, what happened?
Yeah, I know.
It took a minute to click. And it was like, oh, it's that guy. He grabbed his kid. He went out here. So I ran over here real quick. Bye. See you later. Bye. Like, don't get angry. Just
never.
And I've had some parents that come in and
it's the 1 in 10 or the 1 in 5, 1 in 100.
Yeah. And I've had some where
the public. There's always.
They come in, they play a game, and I give them the spiel, and they're like, give me like $2. So I'm like, just hold on, just play your game to play a game, right? Like I go up and I tell them they're not free to play, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, but they want to finish, so it's like, here, let me give you $2, or let me give you a couple bucks for it or something.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm like, you know what? Finish the game. That's cool, right? Because you offered, it's you understand the deal, and I'm fine with it, right?
You do, in business, you do have to not be too greedy, and you do let stuff off.
Yeah.
But you can't let everything off. I mean, that guy in there playing all the games. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a constant thing. It happens all the time. I can't let it get under my skin, but it's that the couple of them that they get really aggressive, and I don't understand it. Like, it's just weird to me. I don't.
It's their problem.
Sometimes I don't understand people.
It's their problem. Yeah. I know. You'd have to get the electric shock out.
Cattle prod.
The cattle prod.
Yeah. I had some guys at the other place. These two guys came in.
Have you another place? Which other place?
Oh, so before we opened here, we were over by the North River Roundabout in the building there. So we were there for a couple years, and then we just moved here in November. Yeah. So in that place,
wow, big move.
Yeah, had a couple of guys came in, had a couple of beers, and then they came in and they were asking about the place, and I told them, we're pay to enter or whatever, and they were kind of looking at the thing. I was like, if you guys are welcome to walk around and look around, just don't start any games. They go up and start games, right? Like, come on, guys, like, and those guys, like, he would not stop playing, and I'm like, you need to stop. They're not free to play. You need to stop playing. He's like, I'm going to finish this game. I'm like, no, you have, like, and at that point, I'm like, what am I going to do about this, right? Well, I can go turn off all the machines on a breaker, right? And I was getting ready to do that, and finally it clicked, like, oh, I'm being an asshole. I have to stop playing this thing for free, and he walked away from it. But I almost went over and just went chunk and just turned the whole arcade off, because they were the only two guys there, right? It's a weird position to be in.
I think I think what you said is right. It's like looking at a sweet shop. And they want to come in, and all courtesy and common sense goes out of their heads. And
Yeah.
But it shouldn't. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I get it, and like, especially if they're like, my age or something, they grew up in arcades, and this whole wave of nostalgia kicks in. And,
definitely. I feel hugely nostalgic here.
Yeah.
I better go back here and fill my nostalgia.
I have to walk around and reset some games. There's a bunch of games. All right, there we go. Wes is here. Hello, Wes. Awesome idea to have a birthday party in an arcade. We do them all the time. In fact, there was a group in today that I'm going to change it. I don't like seeing myself over there. Which way am I pointing? That's weird. I'm going to change it to this one. Yeah, you can see in this picture, you can see back behind the guys playing the gun game, there's that table back there, so people can they can reserve that table and set up their little birthday parties. And we had a couple of weeks ago, we have a calendar that we keep the parties and the dates and about how many people are showing up, because we want to make sure that there's room for people when they come in. So it was more of a thing at the other location, because that other location was a bit smaller. We have a lot more room here, so for most of the time, I guess it really doesn't matter if we know how many people that they have. But it's a good idea to just have a general sense of what's going to happen in your space at any given time, right? So we had someone booked it from, I think it was from 12 to noon, like 10 or 15 people. And then we had someone book from 2:30 to 4:30. And so we had half an hour between these two parties. Okay, great, we can clean up or whatever. And a couple days before, I got a call from a guy, and he's asking about birthday parties. He had already sent out the invitations for his kids' party, and I think there was about 8 of them. And he booked from, what was it, from 1 to, he told them from 1 to 3 or something. And they wanted the table. I'm like, you got maybe a half an hour between the two that you can use it, because you didn't book it. You just planned the party and then you called us. So it actually worked out okay, because the first group, they had cake and pizza, or did whatever, but they were pretty much cleared off the table about 15 minutes to 2. And then the guy's pizza showed up just a little bit after 2. And so we were able to get it cleaned off. They took over the table, they ate their pizza real quick, and then we cleared off that table just in time for the next group to come in at 2:30. And they had like balloons and cake and all kinds of different crap that they all set up, so it worked out well. But we'll have the upstairs eventually, hopefully pretty soon, to get our coffee and stuff going first. But it'll be nice to have a room that we can book. And then the parents, like, I don't know how much you heard of that conversation I was having, but parents picking up kids has been a big problem. So we'll be able to they can come in through the archway, go around the corner, up the stairs. They can go upstairs. All the parents can go upstairs. All the parents picking up kids can go upstairs. They can see their kids from upstairs. And maybe we'll do like a little microphone thing, and people could like page their kids, something like that. I don't know. But that'll actually kind of help, because we actually have a velvet rope. We have a couple velvet ropes here, so we could just do a little, like, lets them go upstairs, and yeah. And maybe whilst the parties are happening, we can have video games up there. Like, I'm gonna put cocktail tables up there. We can actually turn them off while the parties are happening, so that the parents don't just sit down and start playing video games up there for an hour or whatever, right? They don't show up early and play video games. It's just a room that, and then if they just want to, if they don't want to play, they can go up there, because we can remotely turn off all the games up there or something. And then it's just a room with tables and chairs. It's like, who cares if they pay down, or they can watch from up there and look down. That might work out really well, actually.
A pack of these.
All right.
They look a little bit healthier than the Pringles.
They pretend to be healthier.
They pretend to be healthier.
$2.59.
Exactly. There you go. Went through, yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
You're good to go. Yeah, so we have some more converts to bar billiards the other night. It was really fun, actually. A mother and daughter were in. Daughter was, I want to say 14, 15 maybe a little bit older, hard to tell. So mother was looking at bar billiards, and so I explained it to them. We set them up. They started playing. Daughter was not getting into it at all. She knew how to use a cue stick. She wasn't great, but she understood it. She was making shots. She just wasn't hitting what she was shooting at. Knocking down skittles and not sinky balls or doing anything like that. Mom was much better. Probably 5 minutes into the game, 5 or 6 minutes into the game, something snapped in the daughter, and she was having the best time. I don't know if it was just like she got I mean, if you're used to playing 8-ball pool, the balls are bigger, they're heavier, you're hitting them harder. The balls are smaller, you're not hitting them very hard. It's a different kind of game, different shots. So maybe it took a little while for that to sink in, but man, they were having a good time. It was really fun to watch. I love that. I love introducing people to games that they've never played before, and then they just like when it clicks, you know, they're sitting there playing it, and they're like kind of like I'm not really sure, and then all of a sudden click, and then they dive into it. I love that. Yeah. We were talking about different billiards tables. Chris was in it. I don't know if Chris is still here watching or not, but he was in last night when we were talking about different billiard tables and stuff. And it's interesting that we have these two weird billiard tables and people get into them, right? I'm surprised at how popular they are. But there's so many different games of billiards. Most people, they've only ever seen 8-ball billiards. Maybe they've seen a snooker table. But there's a ton of different tables out there. You need space. Wes says that's nice that old games are still appealing to kids. Yeah, that's from the 30s, right? Like, and you never see bar billiards, right? But there's other, like, we've joked and kind of like, you know, you kind of dream of what you're going to do next with the business. So if either of the spaces on either side of us open, we could rent it, we could pop a hole in the wall, we could expand out. If we have 5 years here, so if after 4 years, if we're busy enough and it seems viable and a space next to us opens, it seems like something we could do. And if that happens, we'd want to do something different. So I wouldn't want this place to be anything more than all ages. Like, I like that aspect of it. We have a lot of parents that bring their kids in at like 8 at night. If we serve alcohol, they have to be out by a certain time, and 8 is usually the time, 8 or 9. And if you're going to make any money off it, like, so you have to kind of judge that. But if we were to get a space next to us and we were to put a hole in the wall, we'd have this whole space, like this entire space. We'd have to put more washrooms in, obviously. And probably would make sense to do sort of a different back room area. So maybe we change this. I don't know. We'd have to look at how it was all laid out and everything. But so maybe you do all ages on this side and a bar on the other side. And so the other side after 8 or whatever, there no kids can go in there, but kids could come into here, right? So that would work. If parents wanted to come in, they could duck next door and have a beer while, you know, one of the other parents and a kid is on this side or something. Like, I think it works. But I would love to offer more billiards tables, not 8-ball. There's snooker, and then there's 3 cushion billiards, and it's a big table with no holes. And there's 3 balls, and you're shooting the different balls, and you have to bounce off of 3 cushions and hit both balls. And so it's really interesting. I don't know if that would go But maybe what you could do is because I think it uses the same size table as a snooker table. So maybe you could use a snooker table and just cover the holes somehow, like get little bumpers that sit into the holes and complete that. That would probably work. I don't know. But I think that on the 3 cushion billiards, I think they actually use different rubber and different cloth because the balls really bounce around. Like I think it might be just a completely different configuration. If you watch people play that, the balls really fly on those tables and they rebound really well. So it might be, you might not be able to use a snooker table. But there's another company that makes they make weird billiards tables. So you could they have a triangle one, they have a hexagon one, they have a round one, they have a square one, and they have 6 holes in them. So you play 8-ball on weird shaped tables. Hi.
How are you, bud?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
You gonna play some games?
For an hour.
Just 1 hour? You want to do the 5 cents more for 2 hours?
We don't have the extra hours, so
All
it's...
right. 34.38. Yeah, go ahead. All right, there you go. You're good till 3:50.
Hey, bud. Can I get your stamp?
I can stamp your forehead. No? All right, I'll do your hand. Fine. There you go.
Right on, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, so I really like I really want to try it. Like, I haven't played 8-ball in forever, but I would love to play 8-ball on a round table. It just would be weird, right? And it's something that you wouldn't have to explain it. You just show them, like, it's 8-ball, there's a triangle there. Like, what are we supposed to do here? It's like, it's just 8-ball, but it's like a hexagon table or a square table or something like that. I just think it'd be awesome. And then I could get, like, I'd have room for maybe like on something like that, you put in things like foosball and more like one player against player type games, bubble hockey, foosball, billiards, various billiards. I could have a place because I don't like soft tip darts as much as I like steel tip darts, so you could put a steel tip board over there if you wanted to. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff like that. It'd be fun. Not so much of the arcades and stuff. Leave arcades on this side. And then I could actually take all the billiards out of here. The darts out of here, the billiards out of here, whatever. Put that on the other side. And then during the day, it would be all ages, so anybody could play that stuff. Definitely need more people working here though, because that'd be hard to cover. One person covering 2 spaces like that, forget about it. Have you played kicks before? It's such a good game. It is. It's basic. It's old school, but man, it's just addicting.
I got it on Game Boy.
Oh, do you? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's been fun.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, guys.
I'll be back.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you later.
They're yellow. One has a red and one's yellow.
There's the white ones. Oh, here's the white ones.
Oh yeah. So each player has 4 or 5 balls.
Each has 5. The white ones go over on this side. The red ones go on this side. Marked ball goes in the middle. 2 on the sides, like that.
Pretty good.
Okay.
2 on the sides.
So, first shot, you both shoot at the same time. Do this. Closest to their hole is who goes first. So in this case, it's pretty darn close. But let's say it's the red's closer.
Yeah.
So then the red
red goes.
tries to shoot into this. The marked ball has to go in the hole first.
Has to go in the hole first, the mark ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You can shoot any of your balls. You shoot the ball directly. At this point, it's your turn. You could shoot these if you wanted to, but you have to shoot this one in the hole first.
and does the red one have to go into that hole? Or
Yes.
Go into this hole?
No, it has to go into the red
yellow
hole.
has to go in here, the red goes there.
Yes.
Okay.
If you were to shoot, if you decide, screw it, I'm going to shoot this one, and that one goes in first, opponent gets to take 2 balls off the table.
Oh.
Because that's a foul. If you shoot, if someone shoots and it goes doink and it lands into the opponent's hole,
Yeah.
they get to take 2 balls off the table. If you sink a ball, you get to go again.
Okay.
Hi. How you doing? Good. How are you guys? Here to play some games?
Yeah.
All right. $14.95 for an hour or 5 cents more for 2 hours.
We can do an hour.
1 hour?
Yeah.
All right.
2 of us.
Are you paying together or separate? 1, 2. 34.38. Go ahead. All right. I'll give you till 4 o'clock. There you go. I have coat hooks right inside the door if you want to hang your coats up.
Oh, close.
Yeah, I think I got all the rules explained. It's legal for you to shoot your ball to hit another player's ball out of the way. When I play this, if I'm red, if I get, I play with a friend of mine. I shoot my red ball over here. He doesn't let me be anywhere over here. He goes on the defense. He always knocks me back with it. It's really annoying.
So basically, he blunts your attack.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
It's
exactly
probably a
what
good
I'm doing.
play, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good strategy.
See,
it works.
That's what he's
Yeah.
doing there, yeah. Look, all my balls are down here now. This guy. And let me see what I can do here. I'll see if I can do an Alex Higgins shot. Okay.
I might actually get cleared 1%.
Oh, you just lined him up.
Just line me up.
Sometimes that strategy doesn't work. Yeah, so you get to shoot again. You sunk
I
a
get to
ball.
shoot again.
Yeah,
I get to shoot
if
again.
you sink a ball, you get to shoot again.
So basically, can I go like this and have 2 of them go down?
Yeah, for sure.
One of them works. That's it, thing, concentrate. Oh! Gentle.
Teaching people how to play bumper pool. Wes says, I see you have home consoles. You should get a Nintendo 64 with Mario Kart. Well, right now, we have, so the console's there. The one farthest to the video arcades there, that's a GameCube. It's running Mario Kart in that right now. Usually we run Smash Brothers or something on the GameCube, but that one's actually running the Mario Kart, and that's been good. And we have 4 controllers there. The one next to it, the CRT, that's running NES, and it's Mario and Duck Hunt, because it's CRT. So we have there's a gun there, and then against the wall that you can't see, against the wall right behind me, right there. That's a Wii, and we're doing Wii Sports at the moment. And we have Guitar Band Hero, something or the other, and we have one controller for the Wii for the guitar thing, and I'm gonna try to find another one because I think it'd be fun to have 2 controllers for that. Wes says, I think that the game is most fun I've ever played a video game with friends. The balloon battles especially are hysterical. I'm not familiar with Mario Kart on GameCube. To be honest, I freaking suck at Mario Kart. I'm so terrible at it. Sophia loves it. She played a ton of it. We play together. She kicks my ass every single time. I don't know what. There's something about the way that it controls. Like maybe it turns too quickly, and I have a problem with that. If the turning were a little bit stiffer, maybe I would. Because it seems like whenever I play Mario Kart, I constantly run into crap. I can't stop. I can't not run into crap. Yeah, and I don't know. I played a little bit of the Mario Kart that's on the GameCube. I don't know what version it is. Let me go look. It's Mario Kart Double Dash. That's what it's called. Have to message, like, I don't know if anybody in chat, I don't know if you saw the oh, there's Sign Out. Hi, Sign Out. Got a Dreamcast with 4 controllers and Choo Choo Rocket. That's the best console multiplayer game ever made. I will have to look into that. Let me make a note of that. I don't have a Dreamcast. Wes says, I think it has the 3 balloon battles like it does in 64. Such a fun mode. You need 4 players for maximum fun though. We have 4 controllers over on the GameCube right now. The problem, those chairs, the chairs that are sitting there, I love those chairs. They're like super comfortable. They're hard plastic, but they're like, they just conform to a human really, really well. And you can sit in them for a long time. But they're big. I actually bought them for this space because I wanted to have a couple of places like a couple of chairs with table in it where people can just sit and kind of chill out and not play anything. But then we moved a bunch of stuff around and it turned out we didn't have a good space for that. So right now they're in front of those consoles. When we get the upstairs going and the back table in the back goes away, I will probably move 2 of those chairs over by the bay door with a table in the middle. So in the summer when we open the bay door, people can sit right by the bay door and kind of look out and whatever, have a nice breeze coming in or something. I am going to put more games back there, but I think I'm just going to put video arcades up against the little bar that's right. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I love those chairs, but they don't work here. And maybe also when later we're going to have tables outside so people can just hang out outside. Maybe that's what we get tables outside for that so that people can sit outside on those chairs. Because they're from IKEA, they're made to be outside. They're outdoor chairs, but we just have to make sure that they're kind of awkward to stack and they're a little awkward to pack around. So it's nothing that we can't leave them here, they'll get stolen. So we have to bring them in and out every night. That's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know. They're fine for now, but I love them. Maybe I'll just take them home. Although, that said, I never have time nowadays to sit outside at my house. I'm always here. If I want to sit in those chairs, I'm going to have to leave them here. Maybe when we get upstairs done, I can have room for a couple upstairs. So I have to message someone. If you had watched an earlier video I had about that stampede that showed up here one day, I've sold it. And the guy said he was going to come by this weekend and pick it up. He was in last week at 6:30, or he was in last week at 6. So maybe he's planning on coming by today around that time. I just need to make sure he's coming by to I'd like to get that out of here. And if he's already agreed to buy it, and we agreed on a price, and if he doesn't, I'm just going to throw it on Marketplace and sell it there. I don't want it. Well, I don't want it. Like, I want it, but I don't want it. I've got enough projects, and I don't need it. If I kept it, I'd gut it, and I'd turn it into a virtual machine. That's because I really want to build a virtual machine. I want to run. Someone has ported Space Cadet, the old game from that came with like Windows 95 Plus, and it was in Windows 98, and it might have been in the XP. I don't remember. But a lot of people remember it. A lot of people play the crap out of it on their old Windows computers. Someone has ported that over to one of the virtual pinball machine frameworks. I don't remember which one. And there's a guy in town, he had built himself a virtual table. He had just sort of cobbled it together out of odds and ends that he had around. He asked me if I was interested in selling it because he wanted to start and work on another one. I went over and looked at it. It would have to be something that I could put in the arcade, and it was more like, it's fine for someone's house, but it wasn't locked down. It just wouldn't have worked for me, so I wasn't interested. But he had the Space Cadet pinball game that had been ported over, and I played that, and it was brilliant. It was so cool, and I just would love to offer that here. That like, having a virtual machine in here doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's all about the physical machines, right? But that machine was never a physical machine. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to have like a virtual haunted house in here or something like that. Like, let's get a real haunted house, put that in. But Space Cadet on a virtual machine, it's perfect, right? And it'd be fun to do like the cabinet all up, paint it up, and just have, that's the only thing that you play on it. Like, you turn it on and it just plays Space Cadet, that's it, doesn't do anything else. And you could do up the whole game. You could paint the sides with some sort of Space Cadet sort of graphics, like rocket ships or whatever you wanted to, and it had back glass art, and I think that it had, so on some virtual games, it's the main playfield is one display. There's a little display for the DMD, and there's another display that you can do for just the back glass. So you can do 3 displays. Unless maybe the DMD on some of them is actually a DMD controller. I don't know enough about virtual games, about virtual pinball machines, but it seemed to me that there were 3 screens, 3 regular screens, and some people use like little screens, and they only showed part of it for the DMD part. But I think that the Space Cadet port supported the DMD and the back glass and whatever, I don't know. Russell, hey Russell, are you still selling your t-shirts with the pointy people? I lost mine on a trip. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they are at, I think if you just search let me pull up a browser here. That is not the browser I want. This is the browser I want. And drag it over here. I think if you look up Sevens Pinballorama t-shirts. Yeah, so if you Google Sevens Pinballorama t-shirts, you'll find the two locations we sell them. So Silverball Swag is one and Bonfire is the other. Silverball Swag is better. Yeah, Silverball Swag, or Bonfire has some of the pointy people. I think it just has the two pointy people. That's it. Has the logo and the two pointy people. Silverball Swag, which is silverballswag.com. And if you go into locations, there's a handful of locations, and Sevens Pinballorama is one of them. Go into there. There's the logo. There's the lobster playing pinball. There's it's all of them. I've got all the designs up here. There's the pointy woman playing pinball, and then there's the pointy man and pointy woman playing pinball, and then there's pointy pinball, and then there's the lobster playing the pointy pinball. And I need to come up with the new shirts with the new logo, but yeah, so you can get them at Silverball Swag. I guess I could show you. Browser. There. Yeah, so you go to Silverball Swag, go to locations. There we are. And then there's all the shirts. And so if you wanted pointy people, and then you can pick the color of the shirt, the size of the shirt, all that good stuff, and then off you go. And if you wanted one of these, the jerseys, you can get that. Yeah, this is pointy people in the jersey style. And then lobster. I have lobster and t-shirt and jersey. There. Yeah. And the old logo I have here. We are no longer using this logo. Oh, someone has entered my door. Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good, how are you? Here to play some games?
We'll get the $14.95 thing, please.
So that's for 1 hour. For 5 cents more, you can play for 2 hours.
Or yeah.
You want to do that instead? All right.
How's the day going today?
It's been busy. Yeah, it sort of has settled down.
Cars out here for you guys?
No, we opened at noon, and at noon we had like 10 people come in, and then like 20 minutes later we had another 6 or 7 people come in, and it was just crazy. Yeah.
What's your busy days today? Your busiest day? Or yesterday?
Friday, Saturday, Sundays in the winter. Those are our busiest times. 1725 with that. All right, I'll stamp your hand. You're good till 5:15. There you go. Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, Silverball Swag. You can get them from there, and that's the best place for us. I have to look at. I should probably take down the stuff at Bonfire. I have to look. I haven't looked at that for about a year. I don't even know how much I don't know what I've sold through there or anything. Silverball Swag sends me statements. They just email me stuff and say, "Oh, we've sold this, and we owe you this," and then they pay me, and it all works out. I don't know what the hell's going on with Bonfire, so I'm gonna go restart Big Lebowski All right, I have to look up Dreamcast. I haven't even thought of a Dreamcast in forever. And sign out says something about the Dreamcast, so let's look it up. Dreamcast. Dreamcast was the final home video game console by Sega. This is what Wikipedia says. Released in late 98. It was the first 6th generation video game console preceding Sony's PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox. Discontinued in 2001. Best-selling game was Sonic Adventure. Alright, so this was Dreamcast, what was it called? Choo Choo Rocket. Let's look that up. Choo Choo Rocket. Videos. Alright, we're going over to the browser here. We're going to watch Choo Choo Rocket. I have to turn the audio down. No audio for us. I can't hear it right now anyway. Cat Mania. What the hell is even going on? Okay, there you're. I don't even understand this. I don't get what's going on with this. Maybe I'm just a dum-dum. Let's look at this one. I don't understand what's going on. Who's who and what's what. Like, what the hell's going on? Hey, these little holes are vomiting out something. They're like, what are those things? I don't even know. Little mice? Mouse Mania. Okay, so they're little mice. They come out. Oh, I get what's going on. Okay. Players have the arrows, and they're directing the mice into these little things. So now people place, okay, I get it. I see what's going on now. People place the arrows, and they're trying to direct to their mouse receptacles, whatever they're called. Okay. Interesting. That's okay. Sign out says the goal of the game is to get as many mice into your rocket as you can. You can place arrows on the playfield to direct them to your own rocket. Other players can place arrows as well, and there are cats. And you can play 2 versus 2 for even more confusion and madness. All right, yeah, it took me a minute. Like, I didn't understand what the heck was going on with that thing. It's kind of chaotic. Like, I didn't understand. Then I figured, okay, those are the mice. They're coming out of those little portals, and then they're going into the little receptacles. But I guess those are the rockets, yeah. So do the rockets then take off? Because I can see along the side, rocket ships are filling up. Or they're emptying out. Sorry, I'm skimming through this video to look. Let's go back to the browser. So all the rockets have been depleted now. Cat Mania. Let me bounce forward in the video a little bit. But there goes the rocket. Okay, so that player had the most mice. So I see. Okay, so you live on a flat Earth, out in space, infested by mice. You have rockets, and you're shooting your mice off of your flat Earth, floating in space. You're getting rid of them. Why not just eat the mice? There's probably not a whole lot to eat on that little pizza box planet. That looks pretty crazy. Yeah. I'll have to look into that. We don't have a Dreamcast yet. We have like 11 or 12 different consoles. We just got the Wii, right? That's our newest one. But we have a Sega Genesis, and we have the Sega Genesis, the remake one that has all the games on it, which has ups and downs. I wanted to play Toe Jam and Earl because I thought the game was hilarious when it came out. And we used to play it at a friend's house, and we'd drink beer and play Toe Jam and Earl and chuckle, and it was fun. But we had a Sega Genesis, and it was really hard to find just Toe Jam and Earl. I couldn't find just the cartridge. It was really weird. So I got the remake of the Genesis that has a bunch of games on it. It hasn't. So we ran that in here for a little while. Excuse me. We ran with the, I don't know how many, 40, 50 games are on that thing. What I found out, that's the worst thing to have in a space like this, because what happens is a kid sits down, he has all of these different options, and he's not happy playing one. If you give them one game, they will sit down and they will play the one game, and they'll play it for 20, 30 minutes or whatever. Perfectly fine. If you give them the option of 50 games, they sit down, they scroll through all these different, they take forever to pick what they want to play. Then they choose one, they go into it, they play for a minute, and then they're like, no, I don't want to play this. So then they back out, they go back to the menu, they're sitting there scrolling back and forth looking. And it seems like there's too many choices, and there's too many options, and it's hard to settle into something to play. And I find that, and kids do that a lot, and adults do that as well. But if you just give them one choice, and you put down, like now we have of these old consoles, they each are running one game, people are fine with it. They just accept these are the games on offer, and this is what I'm going to sit down and play, and they play them and they have a good time. You have to take away that too much choice. Too much choice, too hard. Now in the candy store, that's the whole point of the candy store, and all the different soft drinks and stuff, all the weird soft drinks and stuff. That's part of the fun. Is like it's fun to sit and browse and think about, do I want this? I want a root beer. Okay, do I want this root beer? Or do I want that root beer? Or do I want any of these 10 other root beers? And trying to make that decision. That's fun. But the games, I think it's just a little too frustrating. It's not satisfying, right? And we have an NES, and then we have an NES remake, and we're actually running the remake because the plastic on our original NES is starting to get a little brittle, and I think if we just put it out here, it's just going to get busted up. Sino says, I agree, one game, not 300. I did the same with a couple of 10-inch table arcade games, full name ROM set, but default is that they're locked on kiosk mode, and then I change the game once in a while. Yeah, so that kicks. That's in this shot right here, you can see there's a cocktail table kind of lower center. That's a 16-1 in that. That was that had I think that's a Stern Turtles game. I think that's what it originally was in its original life. But then it had, when I got it, it had a Miss Pac-Man in it, and there was just a player 1, player 2 start buttons, and then just the joysticks. So I added 2 buttons on each because I really wanted just to have a kicks game. I love kicks, and not a lot of people remember that game or have played it, and so it's really fun to have on offer here. People sit down and they're like, what's this game? And they start playing it, and then that's it. Forget it, they're hooked. It really sucks you in because there's so many different strategies, and it's easy to understand the objective, but it's hard to get past the second screen, right? Yeah, so, but if I were to turn on every single game that are on a 60-in-1 board that use a joystick and 1 or 2 buttons, it's possible that someone walks by and they see that it's whatever game it is, and they see it and they're like, oh, I don't like that game, and they'll walk away from it. Or they're doing the same sort of thing. They're just sort of menu scrolling back and forth. The more games on a single machine because what if the other games are more fun? That's exactly it. Yeah. And there's enough options here, right? Like I don't know how many games we have in here, 60 games in all or something like that, plus the various consoles. And we do change up the consoles from time to time. We were running Smash Brothers forever. We changed that to Mario Kart. Probably I will, at some point, the little, the CRT, it's running Mario and Duck Hunt. I will probably change that. We ran an Atari 2600 running Combat. Combat was the game that came with the Atari 2600. 2 tanks shooting at each other, 2 airplanes, or airplanes shooting at each other, whatever it was. Super low res, just big blocks of silliness, right? Just giant pixels. And we ran that at the other location, and kids walked up to it. They never played Combat before. They walked up to it, they're like, what the hell is this nonsense? And you show them, these are 2 tanks, and you're shooting at each other. And the best one is the tanks in the maze with the bouncy bullets. You load them up that game, and off they go, and they just had the best time. It was really cool watching. We played the crap out of Combat when it first came out, and it was just fun. And it's cool to see kids the exact same age that I was back then. So 8 or 9, introduced the exact same game at the same age, just years later, right? And they're like, wow, this is really cool. And I mean, it was more lasting for us because we didn't have other options. That was it. We had Combat, we had Pitfall, we had Laser Blast, we had shitty asteroids, we had weird Space Invaders, you had terrible Missile Command, you had a handful of different cartridges. We didn't have a whole lot of, I think the Atari 2600 that I had growing up, we maybe had 8 cartridges. I played the crap out of Pitfall. I played Laser Blast, the Activision's Laser Blast, to the kill screen at the end. And they had a thing, you take a picture of it, and you send the picture of the kill screen to Activision. They're supposed to send you something like a patch or a hat or a t-shirt or something. I took a picture, but I never got the hat or anything. It's fun to watch kids get it, but if they're 13 to 15 and have smart prints in their hands, you have lost the adventure. So we've had that. When we first opened, we were pinball. We didn't have anything else other than pinball. I had planned I didn't own any arcades at the time. We just had pinball machines. I had planned to buy arcades and get arcades as well, but when we first opened, that was it. Then the next thing that we got was we ran for Glockenspiel Pickle. Hey, how are you? Good afternoon. Yeah, we're doing a different time stream. Sunday afternoon would be fun, right? But I went to, it's like a Cashies kind of place. It's called Most Wanted, and they're a pawn shop, but they also buy stuff just off of you. So they buy video games, they buy jewelry, they buy musical instruments, they buy all kinds of whatevers. Fun store to go into. My friend owns it. Fun store to go into and just kind of browse. They have a whole bunch of really cool classic arcade console cartridges. That's where we've got a lot of our stuff is from there. The amplifier that I'm using in here to play music, the subwoofer in here, I got those from there. The Neo Geo I bought from the owner. It wasn't in his store, but it was in the store. It was in the store. But I don't think he had it directly for sale in the store. He had it sitting off to the side. Great, it's a fun store to go into because you never know what you're going to see. Where was I going with that? I forget where I was going with that. Oh, I went in there one time, and on the counter they had one of those red Mickey Mouse TVs, the little 13-inch CRTs. Mickey Mouse ears, the whole thing. Mickey Mouse ears are the speakers. They had a NES clone running some Mickey Mouse game. Mickey Mouse's Grand Adventure, so I don't even remember the name of it. And I walked up and I saw it and I thought, oh, this is hilarious. I took a picture of it and I messaged it to Sophia and I said, give me a reason to not buy this. And she's like, I can't think of one. So I went up to the counter and I said, I want this whole thing. So we bought it all. And I took it right to the arcade, we set it up. And the next day, Sophia went to Most Wanted and picked up one of the guns and Duck Hunt. So we had that up and going. Now that changed the dynamic of what was going on in the arcade. So the first couple of months or whatever that we were open and we were just pinball, we had the problem with those 15-year-olds that they didn't know pinball, they didn't understand pinball, they didn't care about pinball. Their parents were dragging them here and they were refusing to let themselves have fun, right? So you can see it in their attitude. They're just like arms are crossed. They're looking at their shoes. They're looking at their phone. They're just like, their parents say anything to them, they let out this big huge sigh of exasperation. They're just like, fine, I'm at the pinball place. Fucking pinball, I hate pinball. They never played it, right? They're not allowing themselves to open up to the concept of coming and playing pinball because they don't care. They don't give a shit. So the console, now we have a console in there, and the kid that doesn't give a shit about pinball, they go right to the console and they start having fun on the console. Now they've opened up, right? Hold on a second.
Right.
All right, guys.
Yeah, we'll have a little treat. We'll allow a treat. Please, look at all these.
I like to find the weird stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
there's
zany
some
stuff.
weird stuff. Sour box.
They're much better than just the regular box of boogers. The sour ones are far superior than the just regular boogers. Tim Tams. Yeah.
Famous Australian snack. All the lava lamps, yeah, cool. So, maybe we already have a lamp, but maybe in the future we can see about lava lamps. What about some of these, Finn? Do you want to try some of these zany ones? Or do you want to go with what you know?
spend too long. Finn. And Marlins. These are my favorite chocolate bar in Ireland.
Yeah, yeah.
I love these.
Yeah, they're good. I brought in a bunch of stuff from the UK.
The UK, yeah.
Those little Cadbury fudge ones. I had never had those before, and they're brilliant. I love those.
Cadbury's fudge, yeah. And the whole nut is different. The chocolate is different in Ireland and the UK.
Yeah.
There's different regulation around how it's made.
Yeah.
And it tastes different. It's just different.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that just
And the flakes, yeah. Very good.
Yeah, curly whirlies.
Curly
and
whirlies, yeah, yeah. Twirls, crunchies, yeah, yeah. Great.
Those have like pop rocks in them or something. Like the little CO2 infused sugar
CO2
chunks.
infused sugar. Okay, Finn. What would you like?
I'm just gonna get some. I have no idea what's going on.
Get one of those, yeah? Cool. Good boy. So, change.
No picnic bar for you?
No, I have some at home. I was just excited. I bring them over.
Oh, you call up friends. Hey,
Exactly,
ship me a box of
exactly,
these
yeah.
things, will you? All right, $2.60, $2.59.
4001 credit card again.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's going.
It's good, yeah. Okay, Finn. We'll see you back in April, I guess.
All right, yeah, or maybe before then. We'll be here.
It's a good place.
Thanks.
It's really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
It's cool. Really cool.
All right. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, kid sits down. He's pouting. He's grouchy. He sees the one thing he's familiar with, which is some sort of a home console. They sit down. They play the home console. They play Mario Brothers or something like that. They start having a little bit of fun. It allows them to open up. And they're no longer pouting on their own terms, right? Like mom and dad could say, hey, bucko, quit pouting, but this is going to make them double down on their pouting. But if they open up on their own and they allow themselves to have fun, then it works out okay. So we found that if it was just pinball, you had these pouty kids, and then they would be destructive on the machine, so they didn't care about the machine. So they were just going to start a game, and then they just sit and hit the flipper as fast as they possibly could. Maybe they could try and break it, right? Because damn mom and dad for bringing me to this shithole place, right? Like the console has allowed them to change their attitude on their own. So consoles never left after that. They were always a good sort of pacifier. And then we brought in a handful of video games, and that improved the situation. And now with the wide selection of a bunch of different things, different video games. So there's, how many video games do we have in all? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or 13 video games. We now have darts. There's now the 3 consoles. We have the old shooter, mechanical shooting game. Oh, and then the 2 little arcade one-ups that are in the back there. That I guess count as video games. Bunch of different pinball. Oh, and then there's the giant Terminator. So I don't know, 17 different games other than 17 to 20 other games than pinball, and they come in and everybody finds something to do. And I would like to find more shit like that, right? Like, the billiards have been crazy fun to have in. Like right now, there's a you can hear them. It's just a father and son over there. They're not playing bumper pool, but they've made up their own bumper pool game, and they're just throwing the balls across the table. And I don't know what they're doing, but. See you later.
Yes, have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks. So I'd like to find more interesting little things that people don't play very. There's a handful of old pub games and stuff. There's a place down the street called Village Green, and the people who run it, they come in here. They have got he's let's see, what the heck was it called? Oh, wait a minute, just a second here. All right, so they have this. No, wait a minute, hold on. It's called Toad in the Hole. Let me find a video of it. And you're basically, you would toss like a big shilling. There's a big plate of lead. I'm trying to find a video that. That's a shitty video. How about this one? This looks okay. So it's that is a big slab of lead with a hole in it, and you're throwing these coins and trying to get them to land in the hole, bounce into the hole. There's different scoring by how the coin lands and everything. This is probably something that I could, if I wanted to get one of these, I can set it underneath my dartboard. It doesn't take up much room, and you stand back about the same distance as you do for a dartboard. So, works out. The only thing I'm worried about is like a kid climbing up on it to pull the darts out of the board. That might be a little bit of a problem. But that's a slab of lead, and it's about an inch thick. Masters Traditional Games. It was really funny because that's the company. Master Traditional Games is the company in England that I found the only place that I could get Skittles and the balls for bar billiards. So I just ordered from these guys. And then the Village Green guys were here, and they were trying to get Toad in the Hole set up for their little pub, but they couldn't find the coins for it, and Master Traditional Games are like one of the only places you can buy them. So here we're sitting there chatting about, like, here we got these old British pub games, and Master Traditional Games, really? I thought that was really funny. But yeah, so I might try to bring in one of those. I could bring in anything in here, right? It doesn't really matter. Anything I bring in here, once you pay to get beyond that point, you just play it, right? So Village Green, they actually told me that they couldn't find, they had to build theirs. They had to pour their own lead. They found someone to pour the lead for them or something and get that all formed out. I don't know. I mean, we probably don't need to worry. I know there's a problem with, lead poisoning. You don't want some kid over there licking the slab of lead. But I don't think that it's really that much of a hazard that we have to worry about that much. I know people are really paranoid about it, but I think it'd probably be okay. I mean, we just put a sign up that says, by the way, this is lead. Please don't eat your pizza off of it. You'd probably be all right. Yeah. Oh, here comes a car with peoples. Are they coming? What are they doing? They're backing up. Are they staying? What are they doing? They're looking at me. They have backed up. There's too much snow. They couldn't get out of their car. Yeah, so I might see about getting a toad in the hole. That's a different thing. Finding other games like that. We thought about getting board games. If we figure out the upstairs, maybe we can do some of that. Big Lebowski's having a problem. Oh, guess not. The only problem with board games is that there's so many little pieces. This place gets crazy sometimes with people running around, and like today, I don't have the balls or the Skittles out on bar billiards because there were just too many kids in here, and I have nice bumper pool balls and like brand new pretty ones, and I have shitty ones right now because they're all the kids. I have the shitty ones on bumper pool because the balls leave the table. Sometimes the balls go flying across the arcade, right? I don't want that to happen to the bar billiards balls and everything. So, and the Skittles, if they break, that's it. We can't play it until I get them replaced. Hold on a second. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
We kind of have a big pile of snow up there. It's hard to get out of the car sometimes.
I'm from Ottawa. Let me tell you, we've got a lot of snow. Hello?
Hi.
I've never been, and my friend hadn't been, so we don't know if we actually want to come in, but I just thought we would show her what it is. Yeah.
So it's $14.95 to enter.
Okay.
5 cents more. $14.95 for an hour of play. 5 cents more for 2 hours of play. Everything back here is set to free play. So once you're back here, you can play whatever you want, as much as you want, for as long as the time that you're here.
Oh, I see.
You are more than welcome to take a walk around back there and have a look.
Okay. Great.
See if anything tickles your fancy.
Sure. Why don't we do that first?
All right then.
Okay, we'll take a look first. Thank you.
Yeah. Nope, don't put those balls. They get stuck in the hole. This is called bar billiards. Have you ever played it?
Never did, no.
It's an interesting game from England from the 30s.
Oh.
And it's there's little things that sit on here, and you're shooting from this mark and trying to sink the balls in the holes.
Cool.
And stuff.
Very
It's
cool.
a timed game. It's a very unusual game. You will probably never ever see one again.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Canadian bar billiards. How do you play?
It's a British pub game, and they use balls this size.
What is it?
It's called bar billiards.
Bar billiards.
Yeah, it's from the 30s and 40s. These go here. This goes here. And you basically, players take turns shooting from here. The first shot looks like this. The holes are worth this value, so 30, 20, 10, 100, 250. That's the value of the hole for the white ball. If you knock the significance of the red ball is just that it's worth double points if you sink it. So the first person shoots, and if that was their shot, that's a foul. They didn't make any points. You keep shooting as you're earning points. You keep shooting until you hit another ball and don't make any points. If that happens, all your accumulated points go up on the board. If you foul, you lose all your accumulated points for that turn. So the fouls are shooting and not hitting another ball, shooting and having the ball go directly into a hole, knocking over one of the white Skittles is a foul, Knocking over the black skittle is like the worst foul you can have, because if you knock that down, you lose all the points you've accumulated in the game, and your turn ends. And then another foul is if you shoot and anything comes back behind the balk line.
Wow, so it keeps it very slow play.
It's an interesting game that at some point you can have pretty much all the balls on the table, and you can have like a whole bunch of really good shots. And so you're sinking balls at, like, now you got like 400 points on your turn, and like, I'm doing really good. And then some wayward ball comes over and goes donk, and you've lost everything. And it's a really fun game. It's a really unique,
So you have
interesting
to get
game.
another ball before one of them goes in the hole.
Yeah, so you always have to hit another ball. That's the one rule.
Except for the first shot.
The first shot is this. So the first shot, this is the ball that you're shooting at. So you're
always
doing
hit that
something
ball.
like that. So that would be the first player's first shot, no points. So now it's player 2. They come up, they do like that. So they've hit the ball, no points. Now player 1 is back, so now they're doing this. They've just knocked over the skittle, that's the end of their turn, that doesn't count. This goes back up, now it's the second player, and you kind of go back and forth like that. And you can have really long runs where you're just sinking, you have like 10 shots in a row that you're just sinking balls.
Back.
Yeah, so this, when you start the game, you pull a little lever here, it opens up this gate, all the balls come out.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then that gate stays open for 15 minutes. So you play for 15 minutes.
Oh, I see.
Then that will drop, and the balls now, when they go in, they won't come back out. So eventually you're down to just one ball.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Oh, once it's sunk.
After the bar drops, after 15 minutes, now you're playing through the remaining balls. And that's where the game ends. The very, very last ball.
So when you sink it though, it comes out here?
For the first 15 minutes it will.
You can pick it up and play?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So then on the very, very last ball, this goes here, these go here, you've got nothing else to shoot for, so the two players are basically trying to make it into the 100 and the 200 holes. Yeah. And I don't know how many times I've knocked over the black skittle trying to do that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You're like way ahead,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
You're done.
yeah, that's it, then you're done. Well, then you're just hoping that the other player does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I have this sort of rule when I play that if I'm way ahead of the person and 200 points isn't going to let them win, on that last ball, I only shoot for the 200 because that gives them a chance as well, right? Because if I knock that down, they could win at that point, right?
Where did you come by this?
This was in someone's house in Nova Scotia. They knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
They didn't have the balls for it. They didn't have the skittles for it. They didn't know what it was or anything. I really lucked out because they're a rare game to see in North America.
Okay. Even though it says Canadian.
That's so. This is not. See you later.
This is not one from Britain, is it?
No. Yeah. And it's fairly new construction.
Yep.
Looking on the inside, I'm going to guess it was made in the last 40 years.
Oh, wow.
Right? So and I haven't been able to find out anything about this company or anything.
Really?
It's it's really a unique thing.
Yeah, is it ever? Huh. Yeah.
And
Maybe it was some old guy in his basement.
Well, that's what we joked that maybe it's these two old British guys. They were sitting there going, "Hey, you remember playing bar billiards? Oh yeah, we could probably build one of those."
And some guy created a little stack.
Yeah, maybe they made like 3 or 4 of them and sold one, and
One of them kicked the bucket or something.
Yeah, there's a phone number on there. I've called it a bunch of times, but I've never gotten through to anybody. It just rings. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's good sleuthing. I like that.
Yeah. Thanks for explaining it.
Yeah, for sure.
Player one, you're up.
Too much to choose from.
Blinded by the choices.
Yep.
Gummy cookies that look and feel real. It's a box of boogers.
It's a sour box of boogers.
Is that the winner?
They're pretty good.
You saw it on video? Yeah. Level 4 of sour. Want to get those? Yeah? Okay, you put them up there and something.
All right.
Bring me through. Do you want to move for the shovel?
All right. 454. 10.
Our supposedly unrippable money.
It happens.
A sour box of boogers.
Do you want change for the thing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, let hold this up.
See you guys. All right. 5:45 back.
I don't think they want to stay for an hour, so we're not going to go.
All right.
I'll go with a buddy someday.
Yeah.
You happy with your new space?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been nice to be in here. It's bigger, nicer. The heat works, which
All
is
good things.
a big plus. The toilets don't clog. The toilets are clean.
Right.
Black mold. That whole building was filled with black mold.
Was it really?
Yeah. It's a big mess.
And that pizza joint was just disgusting.
the people who originally owned it, Pizza Donair Hub, I don't know what was going on with them, but they just didn't understand the concept of like deep cleaning the kitchen.
Yeah.
It was filthy back there. It was gross.
Really?
And they were always getting dinged for health code violations.
All of them, or
and
just
stuff.
that one in particular?
All of them.
Really? Somebody else owns it now?
They had 4 locations.
Yep. Here, downtown.
Yep.
Where you were.
There's
Okay,
Borden,
Borden.
Carlton,
Yeah.
and there was a Summerside one.
Yeah, okay.
Summerside, I guess, never had traffic. That always lost money on that one. Borden made a little bit of money in the summer from the campgrounds, but after that, forget it.
Is it closed down now?
That one I think is still open,
Okay.
and it might still be owned by the original people. I'm not sure. It was 2 partners. They ended up not liking each other.
Oh,
They were blamed each other left and right for like the laziness between both of them. They were miserable people, and
That's too bad. The Donairs were good.
yeah.
When they first opened, anyway.
So that location that we were at, that's they sold that to a different group of guys.
Oh, okay.
Those guys came in
Using the same name.
Using the same name, yeah. And same with the one in Charlottetown. That one sold to someone else too.
Okay.
Which I thought was weird because they were changing their recipes, but they were using the same name.
Yeah.
So these guys, they were going to change it to Island Pizza. They came in, they did a deep clean, they cleaned everything up. They were working really hard to make it all work for them. They were wondering why they weren't making the money they were told that the store made before. So the Pizza Donair guys apparently lied to them and cooked their books. And all of the money for all 4 stores they put in as profit for the one location.
Bastards.
Yeah. So they ended up that building sold to someone. Pizza Donair Hub originally, though, they owned that building.
Oh, they did.
They sold it. The woman who bought it was crazy, like not kidding, crazy. Like she told me I could not hang a sign on the wall with tape without her permission first. She would come by, she would take pictures of cars and license plates of everybody that was in her parking lot, in this parking lot, and then she'd drive away.
Why?
I have no idea. I don't know. We had a car that I needed to have some work done on it. My mechanic is just down the street. So I brought it in from home. We parked it in the lot there. And then something happened to it. So we got the other car and we drove that here. So we had that car sitting there for a couple of days in the lot. She was going to have it towed. I'm like, I rent the parking lot. Like, it's in my lease. I can leave whatever I want here. It's the company car, right? So you tow my car, you're going to pay to have it, and I'm going to trespass you, right? Because I can, because I have a lease, right?
Exactly.
Like, it was just this nonstop crazy with her. And we were actually going to shut shop and just put everything in storage until we found a new location, because I was going to kill her. She was driving me up the wall. She was harassing the other guys because they were brown guys from India. And so she was superior to them, and she was always bossing them around. And they quit. They just left. So now she's got an empty building,
right,
and filled with black mold, and now she's got to remediate all of that. And oh yeah, they're gutting the whole inside of that space, and
well,
it's yeah.
Sour box Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good in there.
It's been a fun project. It really has been fun. Oh, for sure. Thanks for coming in. Sorry about that little conversation. Let's see. Russell says, thank you. I couldn't remember where I bought it from last time. It was one of my favorite t-shirts. I kind of bummed when it got lost. Yeah, what a bummer. Glockenspiel Pickle, holy moly, I'm glad you're in a safe location away from Crazy Lady. It was, yeah. I have stories, man. Like war stories. It was just nuts, just crazy. And she didn't, I don't know if this is the first time that she ever was the landlord of a space. She owns a couple of businesses in town. So she was treating us like we were her employee underlings, and she was bossing us around. She came by one night. There was an outside deck, and the railings and the deck, the whole thing, it was starting to kind of rot away. It had been neglected for years. Needed some work. When I got there, when I first moved in, there were a couple of deck boards out in front of our door that were trash, they were rotten. So I replaced those because I didn't want my customers getting hurt. I actually had to there wasn't a path from the parking lot to what was now my front door. So I put another little deck landing there. I installed that so that people could come straight up into my door. They didn't have to walk all the way around the outside. So the railings for that, they were 4x4s, 2x4s top and bottom, and then they had 2x4s in between. Super simple, easy to recreate. And the 4x4s that held them up were actually not bad. Those could have been reused. Those could have been kept being used. But the 2x4s that made up the railing itself, they were really starting to fall apart. Get kind of gross. There weren't a whole lot of them. It wouldn't have been that expensive to replace all of that. Instead, she instructed her handyman guy to rip the railings off. So on one point of the deck, there's really not adequate lighting out there at night. And at one part of the deck, it's a bit over a foot drop down. So I was worried that someone was going to fall off and hurt themselves, right? So I put in, and I wasn't sure what she kept going back and forth on everything that she was going to do there. She had a million different ideas and couldn't lock down what she was actually going to do in her brain. So she would just vomit out all this stuff like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but you never knew what she was actually going to do. At one point she was going to take the railings down, then at one point she was going to put the railings back up. Her handyman guy, he told her, put the railings back up, don't just tear them off. Someone's going to get hurt. So he was pressuring her for that. So I didn't want someone to fall off the deck in the middle of the night. Excuse me. So we hung up, we got orange caution tape and we hung that up around. And we actually just directed them, at first we just directed them from the little stairway that I made, so you would basically go right from the parking lot up to orange tapes that direct you to the door, so you basically keeping everybody off of the deck, right? The guys next door, Pizza Donaire, had 3 picnic tables, and they were outside of their space. The deck in front of our space was much bigger because it used to all be one unit, right? And they used to have outdoor seating it was all one restaurant, and they had outside seating in the summer. So our deck in front of our space, we were in their dining room, and so they just opened the doors and they had seating outside. So she came by one night. It was about 9 o'clock at night. I was there. It was a Friday or a Saturday or something. Her and some guy. I'm pretty sure that she was drunk. I have it on video of the security cameras, and she looks drunk, right? Just her actions, her mannerisms, her movements. They both seem like they had a couple of... And they drove there, which is nice. So her and this guy, they ripped down this tape, our caution tape. They tore all that down. I'm right inside the door. I actually didn't know that she was there at first. Then they pulled the picnic tables from in front of Pizza Dinner. They pulled them in front of our space. She left. She didn't say anything to me. She left. I went outside. I pushed the tables back, and then I think I put the caution tape back up because I had more of it. Then she sent me this email she sent me a message the next day, and it said we moved the tables. Please don't move them back. I like them where they are, and something about hanging the tape up. And when they tried to, it was colder at night, and they tried to peel the tape off. They were taped up against the building, vinyl siding. When they tried to take the tape off, because it was cold, it left all the adhesive. So she was complaining about that. Now I have to deal with the adhesive on the vinyl. It's like, I didn't take that shit off. You did, man. But like all these demands, and I sent her this reply back, and I was just basically, no, none of this. I refuse all of this. I told her, I said, we already moved the tables back. I moved them back after you left. In the lease, it says, in my lease, it said that the front deck would be shared by the restaurant and the arcade, and the restaurant and the arcade can come to the agreement how they want to use that space. And the idea was that you don't block traffic between the two. We wanted a free flow of traffic for the customer, so that was written in the lease. And then, but the restaurant and the arcade dictates how we manage that front space. And so I just pointed that out to her. It says that there's nothing in there that says anything about the building owner. Sorry, the language actually says the restaurant. That's how I wrote it. So, so we moved the tables back. And then I put down, don't move them back, just leave them alone. And it was just non-stop like that. It was just ongoing, just butting heads with this crazy woman. Yeah. And then the funny thing is that now she told me multiple times that she paid more than asking for that building for whatever reason. She really loved the building, this crappy, dilapidated piece of shit building. So she paid more than asking for it. I was paying $3,000 for rent. The guys next door, the Pizza Donaire, the new guys that bought Pizza Donaire Hub, they were paying, I think, $3,500 for it. So altogether, she was getting about $6,500 a month from both of her tenants, plus HST. There was no, like a lot of retail spaces. There's extra fees for maintenance and stuff like that. Like here, I pay, I think it's $250, $300 a month, but that extra pays for like the removal of the snow, pays for maintenance, lawn mowing, all of that stuff. So there was none of that at the other place. So she was just getting that. She told me multiple times that her mortgage for that building she wasn't making enough from her tenants to cover her mortgage. So then she goes crazy ballistic. We leave because we can't deal with her. Pizza Donaire Hub guys, they leave, they can't deal with her. So now she's got this empty building. And so she's got to come up with at least probably $7,000 a month to pay her mortgage on that building. That adds up really quick, right? We've been out since November. So she's December, January, February, she had to come up with that extra money on our side. I think the Pizza Donaire Hub guys have been out of there since January. So like halfway through January. So at least 1 month. It looks to me every year because the original building owners wouldn't heat the space adequately, and like our heater barely worked, and so every year when it got below about like -13, the pipes in the kitchen would freeze, and the girls would come in to open the pizza shop, and the whole kitchen would be flooded with water. That happened, I don't know how many times when we were there. I think that happened again, which brought her attention more to the black mold that was in the whole building. So if Pizza Donaire Hub moved out in mid-January, I had driven by a couple times, and it looked like there was snow in front of the doors, and it doesn't look like anybody had been in that space for at least maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks because of the way that the snow had fallen and that there just weren't any footprints going into the doors, and there was snow up to the doors, whatever. So nobody had gone in there. I would assume that probably the heating was turned off during that time. But even still, there was no adequate heating in the kitchen area at night once everything was turned off. So I imagine that those pipes froze, and then they probably spilled out water for a week or two. Who knows? Now, looking in, all of the flooring, there were kind of that industrial tile in the kitchen in there. That has all been torn up. Drywall from the ground up to 4 feet has all been ripped down all the way around. One wall that I can tell in the kitchen has all the drywall have been completely removed. So I assume that there's probably significant water damage from, I'm guessing that the pipes froze and burst. There's probably significant water damage there, or the Pizza Donaire Hub guys moved out. Their handyman, she went in and it's like, we need to kind of clean this up to relist it. And their handyman went, you have mold throughout this whole building. And most of the mold is from the ground up. In the two washrooms, the mold was in the stalls behind the toilets. The toilets had leaked for years, and it just saturated the drywall behind there. And it's regular drywall. It's not like cement board or anything. I would have to go in there every couple of weeks or every month or something and just spray the paint on the wall behind the toilets with bleach just to keep that mold in check. It was all behind the drywall though, behind the paint. And that drywall was dead, right? Like it was just dead. But it was like that anywhere where there was water in the space, the drywall was black. It was gross. I have pictures of it. So I think that they got to a point where they couldn't ignore mold remediation, and they've had to go in there and do that. I think that there's been 2 dumpsters. I actually drove by there today because my crows are still there, like all my buddy crows. So I swing by to say hi to my crows and give them some peanuts from time to time. I still do that. So I actually had a little time this morning, so I swung by and saw Crobin and gave him some peanuts and peeked my head into the old shop, and they're gutting it. So funny, but I don't know. It's sort of a karma thing, right? Like I told her before she even bought the building. I told her everything I knew about the building. I told her there was black mold in there. I told her in our back space there was black mold there that we've sprayed with bleach. We're trying to get a handle, but you can't cure it if it's behind the drywall. You can only kind of keep it from appearing in front. It just, the whole place was a mess. She was running 2 units there. I mean, there were 2 units there. We ran our own electrical for the arcade games, but all of the other electrical, incidental electrical, the lights, the heating, everything else, that was all included in our rent. When we first rented it, the pizza restaurant and the building owners were the same. So they paid the electrical for our overhead because we're paying them rent and everything. So when they sold the restaurant, now that restaurant is covering our electrical, right? And I wasn't going to split the rent with them. I said, no, you guys need to go back to the building owners and get this figured out amongst yourselves. This doesn't have anything to do with me. My lease says one thing. If you want to rewrite the lease, I'm happy with that, but I'd better get some benefits out of it. Hold, please. Got people. Hi. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not bad.
There's 4 of us. For 2
All
hours.
right. When is it? So, last 2 hours of the day, we do 2 for 25. You're a little early, but I'll give it to
We
you.
tried to time it just right.
I'm going to make you stand here for 9 minutes. No.
My watch says 7.
It says 7 minutes.
Mine says 7.
All right.
We should get something for that.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. You get a silly stick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Happy birthday.
Okay, I gotta show you something because we
Oh,
were
yeah.
here a year ago. You might remember him and his buddies.
At the other place.
The other place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to the new place? Have you been
Yeah,
to this
we
place?
were
Once,
here.
yeah, we were here over Christmas break.
Christmas
Yeah.
break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys have an entire pool table?
We have bumper pool, and then I have
that's
another
cool.
game called bar billiards.
Oh, bumper.
I remember this. Yes, exactly. Oh, there you
About a
go.
year older.
I have even bigger ones now.
I don't think they finished them last year.
Ooh, I finished mine.
that's right, you
After a couple
did.
days.
Yeah.
So after a couple days, they finished.
I'm
Back
trying to
now.
find
See you later.
my dream was to get the ones that were like dinner plate size.
Yes.
They're really hard to find though.
Are they?
Yeah, like
Oh, wow.
these were hard to find. They're
Yeah.
stupid expensive. But
Rubber chickens. Where are the chickens?
Oh. They are far back. Oh. Oh no.
Should buy a rubber chicken for Sam. Send home with them.
Your brother will love us.
I know, wouldn't he?
all right, 57.50. Go ahead.
Oh my god, they have the marble
They do.
We have probably the biggest selection of those on the island. We have a bunch of
I
different
would
ones.
assume, considering not that many places have them.
I sold those. I sold those for a little while.
I
but
remember
yeah.
that. I remember seeing that on Facebook.
Yeah, I
Everybody
sold
gives
out of
you-
them.
Thank you.
There you go. One for you.
Yeah.
Paintball pops? Those are just
Anyway, to answer your question, this is bar billiards. This is a completely different game. It's really unusual. It's a game from England. It was popular in the 30s and 40s. And it's a really interesting thing. I think we're the only place in Canada that has one.
Okay.
You want to learn how to play it?
Never seen it.
I would assume you try and hit them into the holes, and
Yes.
depending on which hole you get it in, the more points you get.
There's more to it.
Okay. Understood.
All right. So,
Oh, they just double dash.
down here. Okay.
You get double dash.
so these are called Skittles. These go here.
Skittles.
I like to eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So normally these are all in the thing. Yes, it's closed. Okay.
Can I have my driver?
There's a
Coat hook right
coat
there.
hanger right there, Sam.
So you start the game, and it starts a timer, runs for 15 minutes. You open up this, all the balls come out. So now when we land in a hole, the ball's going to come out.
And you just keep the score.
It'll do that for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
After that, the bar closes. You play the rest of the balls on the table until they're all gone.
Okay.
So you always shoot from, this is called the D, you always shoot from the D. So
Okay.
put a ball there.
So when you hit
Happens
us,
if you knock
I would just.
I'll tell you in a minute. All right.
You lose points, I would say.
So, if there are no balls on the table, this is the setup. Red ball goes onto this mark, white ball here. The only significance to the red ball is that when it lands in a hole, so this hole is worth 30, 20, 10, whatever, this is worth double. Okay? That's the only significance of that. So, you shoot, as long as you're landing the ball in the holes, you're collecting points, you get to keep shooting, you get to keep going. Your turn ends when you hit a ball, when you shoot, hit a ball, and don't score a point. That's the best case scenario. Any points you've accumulated in your turn now go up on the board.
Okay.
Worst case scenario is you foul. If you foul, your turn ends and you lose any accumulated points. So the fouls are if you shoot and you don't hit another ball, if you shoot and your ball goes directly into a hole without hitting another ball, if you knock over the white skittle, that's foul. If any ball comes back over the balk line, that's a foul. If a ball leaves the table, that's a foul. It seems like there's a lot of fouls, but. And then the worst one, worst and last one, is the black skittle. If you knock that over, you lose all the points you've accumulated in the game.
Oh.
That's why it's sitting in front of the 200 holes. Yeah. So, first shot, let's say that this is the shot of the first player. No points, but it's not a foul, but their turn ends. Next player, ball goes here. Yeah.
What if you just hit the white ball and not that one?
That's fine, as long as you hit
Yeah. So now the next player can shoot for either of these. Okay. So let's say I do this.
But you have to shoot from the dot.
Yeah.
You have to shoot from these. So
Foul.
that's a foul. Now, this was over that mark.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to put it back, so this leaves the table, and that goes back on the mark.
Okay.
So now that the original player's back up, they're shooting, they do this. That's worth 60.
That's worth 20.
That's worth, so that's 80 points.
Okay.
There's no balls on the table, so that same player then sets up again like this. They shoot, that's their score. Now they've got another 50.
That's 100. This is red.
And then let's say that they shoot and they don't hit anything, they've now lost all their points.
So when the red ball goes, when the red ball comes out here, does it just go back here automatically?
No, wouldn't actually. Let's say this is what's up on the table, and it's the next player's turn to shoot. Red
Then-
ball goes here, and you shoot the red ball.
Okay. Yeah.
That's basically it. You go back and forth, back and
Keep your
forth.
scores by like.
Keep your
Now who's
score.
up for even double dash?
Yeah, so this would
okay.
be 40 points.
Yeah.
This would be 440 points. This is 7,000, whatever.
Oh.
Right.
It's amazing that it would go that high. But so when you lose all your points, it's just your points for that round, but not all your total points. But if you hit that one, it's all your total points. Okay, gotcha. Should we play? Try?
You gonna try it?
Owen wants to play
Double dash.
Double dash Mario Kart with it.
Mario Kart double
We'll do that after.
Hands on to pinball.
All right, grab a cue. I'll hang out with you and help you with the rules here until you get the hang of it. Okay, so
We were
we'll.
here before, the table was here, but it wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, I didn't have the balls or the Skittles for it. So we'll start the timer again. The balls are small, so it's different than like 8-ball. You don't have to hit them very hard. Yeah. And they don't have far to go, so. All right. So you've got 50 points.
Okay.
You get to keep shooting. I don't put that up there yet because you might lose them all. It can be anywhere in here, which is helpful if you've got a ball here and you have to sneak by this.
Oh, so you don't
So
have
you
to
can,
be on the dot. It just
yeah,
has to
you,
be on the
it has to just be in the black. Yeah.
So if you just get it in without hitting a ball, does that count for points?
If you do what now?
Get it in without hitting the ball.
Oh, stop!
If you shoot it and it goes directly in a hole,
Yeah.
that's a foul.
Okay.
You have to.
Kinda screwed
You
now.
always have to hit another ball.
Yeah. I mean, you could maybe try and hit it off the wall into it, but I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
Because there's a higher chance of hitting still.
No, it has to be on the D.
Has to be on, yeah.
Well, that's on the D, kinda.
No, it has to be in the black. There you go. That's as far as it can go.
Stay.
There? No.
You're not, no. So it's the first 1 to 9,000?
No, you play until the timer ends. It's about 15 minutes. All right, so that's a foul.
That's a foul because I didn't hit it.
You didn't hit anything, so you lost any accumulated points, and your turn's over. Nope, leave that there.
Stays there.
That always stays there.
Now
So
you
the
gotta
next
shoot.
player, now you have to try and hit it. Sorry, we're playing bar billiards.
Oh,
No, I'm not gonna.
not gonna do it.
No.
It's in a bit of a tough spot there.
Yeah. No? Nope. Could have left that on for me, couldn't you? You're all just going into the 20 hole. Straight into the 30.
Alright, it's
On the D.
It's out. It's out of the.
Keep going on. It keeps
There you
going
go.
off.
Sure. I believe you.
No.
Oh. They
These will. Like, they'll hit it just right. They'll sit and yeah. It's really cool.
You know, I could just knock the skittle down.
You could.
And
You just tap it over and
points to
that's
lose,
it.
So whatever.
There you go. All right, so now this goes back up, and you get to start from the starting position. Red ball, white ball.
Nope. Yeah. So now you gotta hit it.
60 points.
So now he gets another ball to shoot.
Yep.
He gets the red ball.
Shoot the red one.
But you have to hit this one.
And-
Damn it.
No points.
No point.
Yeah. Very much no points.
That I will warn you that configuration right there,
Terrible.
that's a black skittle waiting to get knocked down. I don't know how many times I've done it and knocked down the black skittle trying to make that.
Points you wouldn't lost them.
Yeah.
So now you just grab another white ball and
No, I think Owen's up.
Yeah,
or
Owen's
am I up?
It's your turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're good.
'cause you hit a ball, but you didn't make any points.
gentle touch, buddy. But there you go.
40 points. Keep going.
That's 40.
Yeah, and you don't have to hit them that hard. They don't have far to go. 60. All right, so you have 60 points on the board now.
So the 10 to
I don't know if you were first or second.
He was
I
sec-
got- doesn't matter.
Dad went first. So.
There you go, 60. You're ahead.
Oh, what are you gonna hit?
$40.
Yeah, except for that one. Yeah, but that
On the D.
on it. There you go.
It's still not on it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you would be fouled for that one.
That's not on it.
Looks like it was on it for me.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Barely.
That's if you're playing this and drinking.
Oh, 80 from that. Oh.
What did I have before?
That was it?
20.
Yeah, 20.
20. And then I got 80.
100.
Yeah.
100. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get to that one.
Yeah, we're gonna easily hit that. Of course, unless you miss it.
Foul.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because that went back.
Double foul.
Oh, I guess I lost all my points.
No more points.
No points.
So you have to shoot that one.
So you can shoot that one, yeah.
Oh, I don't like this. I think I can get the one with actually this. That good.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, 20. 20.
Yeah, 20 points.
Enough, and then I brought this one back here for you.
40 points.
So as long as I don't hit a skittle, I'm fine.
Yeah, as long as you keep earning points, you keep going. 80 points.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
The bumper pool table does that too. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh, you got it though.
Hey, that's a
Big weight ball.
50.
So what's
So,
that now?
what you had 80?
Yeah.
So that's 130.
30.
And foul. Double foul.
All your points.
Did that come back? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's the line there.
Oh, it's this line.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was onto the black. Okay.
I'm gonna listen to this line here.
So this one's out of play?
Yeah. You play that one. I am going to, I'm going to stop the stream. No, you know what? I'm going to leave the stream going, but I probably won't be talking. I'm going to be over with these guys for a little while, but I'll leave the stream going. I'm going to make a coffee, though. I needs a coffee.
Hit the black skittle. We're tied at 0.
I have knocked over the black skittle with 2,500 points on the board.
Oh man.
It was upsetting.
I didn't hit anything. I
still got 10 though.
So if you run out of balls down here.
Okay. Oh yeah. So if you run out of balls, you need a ball to shoot. So you take the one that's closest to the ball club. So if this were you would take this one and shoot that one. And that's going to be important at the end when the bar drops, because now you're going to start playing the balls off the table and sinking those. Until you get to the last one, and then there's a whole different thing that happens for the last one.
Well,
there's 30 points.
I don't know if it gets easier or harder when you have more balls on the table.
Harder because you're more likely to hit the black ball.
There's definitely
I got 30 now.
there's a strategy when you have a lot on the table and a lot to shoot for, and then maybe you've got a couple like that's a horrible one.
Yeah.
And maybe you have another one behind here. So you have to kind of leave those for the next player.
Come on.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, take that one. Yeah.
Oh man.
that just made it incredibly hard for you to hit any of them.
There you go. Oh.
50. No,
70.
70 points.
Nice. 70. Well, I don't know what I'm going to hit now.
Yeah, everything's gonna make you lose points here.
Oh! Am I going to hit something? No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're gonna hit the white one.
Oh, well, at least you get to keep your 70 points.
Yeah. All right.
No, knew it.
Well, at least you didn't know. You get your points anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh! I think I heard the bar. There you go, bud.
You're off.
Can I play the next round?
Yep. He's got to refuel.
Don't make him laugh and inhale it.
Oh, that would be bad.
Garbage
I've
right
done
there.
that before.
Yeah, I did too on those when I was a kid.
I do it with popcorn spice sometimes. You like still put the popcorn spice and you like take a handful of it and sample popcorn and inhale at the same time and up into the sinus of the nose.
You play until all the balls are in.
Yeah. And the last single ball, there's a whole
That's
thing
not the way
for
that was
that.
supposed to go.
Well, at least you didn't hit the black one.
Yeah.
Probably this one.
It's a toss-up. Oh, what am I going to do? Ah! You better knock down a Skittle.
Yeah.
So all the balls on the board.
So the bar drops, the only balls they have left to play are the ones that
Oh, they're all at the back now. Oh.
and Uncle Matthew has 100 points.
It's anybody's games right now.
Yeah, at this point.
Is
Oh.
it,
There you go.
30. Ooh, that was close.
Oh, no, bar's still open.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Still open.
I heard something. Watch your fingers there, Sam. Watch your fingers. No, it's this is you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, and then it goes to
20. That's 50.
What is
20.
it?
You hit the 30. Oh.
Yeah, but he had.
Yeah, it's 50 because you didn't hit the red. The red's over
he had
there.
50.
Okay, I had 50. Okay, so it's 70 then.
I thought you had 50.
I thought it's
Which
30.
one did he go in? Was it this one or was it that
It
one?
wasn't back. 30.
Back to 30. And that was 20, so that's 50.
Okay.
You didn't hit it with the red. Red's very much
Imagine
still
him
in
this drunk and trying to keep track of scores.
Well, I think that's why they have the trough with the numbers.
Like you leave a.
So it's like, which one did it fall into? Right?
Okay. That could have been worse.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going in anything. I thought I was done. Okay, now it sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, no, I just fired and got watching the fingers there, Sammy.
I don't. I don't like it.
Oh, you hit one.
Ball, so I get to score everything.
He's your 80.
Nice.
My 80.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Put it in the back corner and hope for the best.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. It's 30. There you go.
And the bar's down. All right.
Right, so you
Hit
get 30.
that one there.
30.
No,
No,
yeah.
he gets to keep going.
Oh, just keep going? Okay.
Yep.
Got 30. You just keep playing the balls off the table until you're at ball.
Yeah.
Keeps
All
his
right.
30. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
oh,
30.
Hey, 80. No, it's not going to
Oh, yeah.
What's the shark here? What the deal is? Oh,
80.
80.
80 on the board.
80 points.
80.
You can get
Oh,
4.
oh, we keep going until we're at the ball.
Yes,
Yeah.
almost.
Yep.
And then I heard
That
the
was
next
the
up, we
closest.
have to do
Oh.
the last one. You remember you have to hit a ball to score, right? you ever play Crokinole?
Yeah, I want to get one of those boards in. I
Yeah?
haven't. Yeah.
The best ones are the Muzzies Crokinole boards. That's what I have.
Is that the perfectly round
Well,
one?
it's the company that makes them.
Okay.
They do round and octagonal.
Yeah, I guess the round ones are the ideal ones because it's the same all the way around.
Yeah.
Isn't
But they,
Oh, still fell.
It's a fantastic game. Yeah.
I mean, you can get them they have them at house hall too. Like
Right.
Crokinole boards. The Muzzies ones are big and they're oak.
No, that's air
so they're
hockey.
like
No.
more
No,
durable.
no.
They're most durable ones. And they're locally made because the guy in the valley makes them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had that on the list of something to get, and then I'll just set up a table with a thing that you can spin it around. A couple of tables. Yeah. That's.
Oh dear.
No more points for you.
No points for you.
That's what I love about this game.
You're gonna lose everything.
There's a lot of ups and downs in this game.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh!
All right, that's your fault now. Hey, look, you left the black skittle up at least.
Yeah.
Todd, hey Seven, we're on our way over to run out the clock with you. See you in a bit. All right. Let's go to this scene. And I'll move this stuff.
That's only a box for you.
It is, yeah. You're gonna put one right back in.
Oh, bad luck.
Oh well. Didn't sing anything anyway. There you go.
Oh.
You can put it wherever you want. Oh, no, the red one's gone.
You don't get extra. You said extra points. No, that's not where you shoot from.
That's the point.
I caught myself.
You don't want to foul, do you? Oh. All right. Well, I guess those are.
Did that not start? Did it just cycle? And I was doing this the other
No, I
day.
don't think he hits start.
There you go.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, 50 points.
Take the one closest to 20.
You're right, it's yours. I don't know what I'm doing. I know you know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa. Yeah, well, still can get your points from that.
Oh, no, okay, so what do we do with the last?
All right.
I think we're done now.
So I have to shoot.
Nope. Nope. So this goes here.
Oh.
This goes here. That goes here. That goes here. So all you're shooting now, you take turns trying to make it into the 100 or the 200.
Do I shoot from here?
You shoot from there. And it has to be a rebound shot. You can't bounce it off the back.
Yeah, it just falls over. No, you don't get that.
When you have, this is what happens when you have the last ball.
This is the
You leave
very
one ball
last
left,
one.
You have to hit
Yeah.
that one or that one. You gotta bank it
It's
off the side.
and it's a lot more shallow than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
There you go. Closer.
could get the 200, but that's just a risk.
You gotta go a little shallower than that, buddy. You can't go off the back. You gotta go closer to the black, though. You gotta shoot closer to
Just
the black.
hit it so hard that that thing just shudders.
My only chance to win.
Then there will be no black pin.
Oh! That's it. So you won with 80 points.
Yeah.
You get.
All right.
Do you want to play again, with Sam?
No, I'm good. You can
All right, I'll play.
I'm playing double
You
dash.
wanted to play Mario Kart, did you?
All right, pull that out. Pull this one out.
Black now. Drops all the balls.
Here it goes. That's
There
good.
they go.
You're good. Red one here.
Goes there.
White one here.
Why is it so hard?
Heat vent is right there.
Oh, yeah.
That explains.
So now you gotta try and get one or both of them. When you get taller than her, she's probably gonna cry.
Okay, you don't have to hit them very hard.
You don't have to hit too hard, just a little bit.
Are these normal roll cues?
Yeah, they're just little ones.
Gentle, very gentle. Nice.
Oh, well done.
Well done.
All right,
60
that's
points.
60 points.
Now when the red
White
one-
ball, or put the red one up here. Shoot the red one and try to hit
Now
that.
you have to hit that. This is less than straight.
Oh, well done. Amazing.
Okay, so 60, 20
All right.
plus 30. Oh no, it was 60,
So
wasn't it?
100, you have 120,
I got
140. 140, right? Because he got 60
He got
in
60
first.
in the
Yeah.
first one, and then-
Okay.
I play pool.
So back to where you were. Well done.
He's got a pool table
Ah.
with an easy access.
Do I have to hit this? Or
So just like the first shot. Yeah.
Just like the first shot.
so I don't have to hit the red?
Yeah.
If you just tap the red, you'll lock your points in, or you can keep trying to shoot more in.
Yeah. Oh, I hate you.
Happy,
140.
Well done.
400.
400?
I got
Oh,
400.
sorry. I did that backwards.
He's trying.
I was being a little dyslexic. There you go. 20.
Okay.
But now I gotta try. They're both resting
Try to
right
hit
up against
anything
Mhm.
on this table.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can put it. Nope.
Oh.
There you go.
So if it lands that goes down there, it goes back on.
Huh?
If it lands on the skittle mark.
Yeah, if it's over the mark,
Yeah.
then that ball leaves the table. So you,
Just grab a white ball, set it here, and try to hit one of the other balls.
I think that the rule came about because if you've got the ball over the mark, you can't put the skittle back. You have a bunch of drunk British people trying to argue where the ball goes is going front and the back and the side or whatever. It's like, we just get rid of it.
Darn it.
Oh. Not on.
I'm going to say that's not a foul
That's not a foul.
How is that not a foul?
because it's not over the line.
It's not over the line.
But I didn't.
We have a house rule that if you shoot and the ball comes back and comes to rest in the D,
Yeah.
technically it's a foul.
Yeah.
But it's so cool when it happens, you get to keep going. No points.
Trying to formulate
I don't know if you can without losing all your points. So your best bet is to try and go for one of the other ones. Just make sure that neither one of these ends up back this way.
Foul.
Foul, because
No, because you can't go back behind this line.
That's why I didn't go for it. But
It
this one
went
did.
all the way back here.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't lose any points. You just don't get to keep going. I ate right on the skittle. Well, at least it's not resting on the skittle anymore.
Nicely done.
Grab another ball.
$40 points.
Gentle. Yep.
$60 points. Little at a time. And nothing.
I get nothing. No, because it's a foul.
It's a foul.
Another ball. It's like crokinole. If you don't hit any other ones, you're going to have to take it off.
Can I get a drink?
We'll get one after, okay?
After what?
After
You have to be careful.
I'm trying to aim, but then there's a hole in the way.
You have to be careful trying to go over the hole because you'll pop the ball off the table.
That's what I was doing.
If it's too hard, yeah.
Am I allowed to be up here if I'm just like this?
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, I didn't sink anything, but move the balls around a little bit.
I'm waiting for you to accidentally knock over that pin. That's the line.
Oh, that was almost off the table.
That's bumper pool. Oh, well done. 250 points.
Now to keep it without.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Nope.
How much do you have?
None.
None.
How much did you?
I had 230 because I put it here, or 250.
250,
here,
yeah.
I had it here.
I thought I hit that. I didn't hit that.
Oops.
Sugar. Okay, Sam. You can try that one after. It's your turn here now.
You left me with that.
It has to be in the D. It doesn't have to be on the dot. It just has to be in here.
Has to be sitting on the majority has to be on the black. Yeah, right. Like there you go. 50 points.
If it decides to drop. 50.
$50 points on the board.
So you're at 190.
There you go.
If I got 10 more points.
Next time.
That was 30, right?
I think that was a 10, was it?
No, it came out
Oh,
over here.
okay.
20.
20.
Do you even have any points?
Nope. Not yet. You try again.
80 points.
80.
I love that it just.
We use a round crokinole board and the cats, you just get the things spinning around the outside. You just stand them up and spin them around, and the cats just go wild chasing them. What are you doing? What? Oh, I see.
I can definitely hit that ball, but I don't think it's going in.
You can try. Don't hit that one though.
There you go.
Nice. So it's 70.
Oh.
So you get another 70 points. So it's 260 now. Nice one, Sam. That was close, man.
I thought you'd tear it.
That was impressive.
His dad used to play competitively.
Oh, yeah.
My brother.
Right here.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that the last one?
Like, maybe there.
Well, I got 50 points.
Nicely done.
At this point, it's just a luck for me.
I don't know. I think you've got some skill going on. Right now you're at 120. Points. Yep, for this round.
Let's just hope I don't mess this up. Gonna be this way.
Oh, bad luck.
I had pretty good.
Oh, you're good. You had really good luck the first that round when you got the red ball out. Stay there.
You got points on the board.
I got points on the board. Yay!
40 points.
That was a goal.
Oh.
At least I got it half it.
There we go.
100 points. She's coming for you. 110.
That's the easy one's done.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, no. Owl? Are you getting points?
That is very sad.
I made it on the board.
I was hoping for you to get passport and try to get the red one.
Oh no, I'm patient. Oh. Well, I'll take 30. 30.
Oh.
30. I'll take it. Are there any balls there? Okay, so you take this one. Because it's frozen.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was going to send you a message on the live stream.
I just saw that. Yeah. All right. 28.75. Give it a second. When the light goes on. There you go. Receipt? No. I'm not going to bother stamping your hands. You guys are good.
I had 250 points and went it out, so I didn't get to keep it. He had the red one was right there. And he managed to just like make it and get that. Move it without having to
And that was you weren't aiming for it. That was a wayward shot that did it too. That was womp.
Did you beat Dad in Mario Kart?
Yeah, we're both bad at double dash though.
I'm horrible at Mario Kart. I'm just terrible at it.
So what's double dash? What's the difference?
2 characters. It was the first game to have 2 items.
Oh, okay. So it's on the SNES?
No.
What's it on?
GameCube. Much further down the generation line. Much further down the line. It was made a while ago, but it's still.
No, yeah. Oh, you.
No, the bar's down.
Oh, it's down. Got
We're
it.
down to the end now.
Whoa!
I didn't get any.
Red ball,
Didn't
yeah.
drop anything though.
What? Oh, another foul.
Oh, I think there's already
20.
How much was it?
20.
20?
I thought it was more than it was.
Yeah, you'd think that back hole that's hard to hit would be worth more than 10.
Yeah.
I think 7 mixed up the numbers. 20. Oh, that was 40.
50.
So 50.
I got a 10.
Yep.
Oh no.
Alright. Okay, Sam, now we have to hit it either here or in here.
Without knocking that thing down.
We're not knocking that down.
So it's anybody's game right now. Oh, well done.
What the heck?
That was impressive.
What'd you get? 200?
Right into the 200 first shot.
I aimed like right there. Oh.
Or you two or
I was 270.
No.
Yeah.
So you okay?
No, it's already been
I got
moved.
200 and I had 70 points, but I aimed it like this. Like that's the angle I took, and it went right into this one.
That was impressive. That was good.
Good game, Sammy. Owen, do you want to play again? Come on. Maybe Dad will play with me. That was fun.
I love this game. I love it.
I like that one too.
It's unique. It's got
It's
there's lots of ups and downs during the
I thought
gameplay.
I was losing for sure.
Yeah.
I was instructed to check out the pins while I was here. These?
But what?
The lapel pins, do you still have them, the enamel pins?
Yeah, they're right there on the yeah.
Do you still have this one? Or is that the only one?
Well, there's that one. I might have more. I've got bags of them around. I don't see another one like it,
Alright.
but I'll give you a back to it.
What is that smell?
I think it's,
That's that.
what is it? What scent is it?
Chocolate.
It is vaguely chocolate.
That does not smell
A little bit. It's like a chocolate flavor. Oh, this one. It's and one showed up in my. I work at the town of Cornwall, and one showed up in my change the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I had one of my coworkers who collects special coins. Got it. And what caught my eye wasn't the Anne; it was the King Charles blue on the back of it.
Right. Right.
Because that's the first one I've seen with him on it.
And so the pin and this thing.
These are not Sour Patch Kids. These are not Sour Patch Kids.
Oh my gosh, you have Tim Tams here.
Yeah. 845.
These are not Sour Patch Kids.
Always been wanting to try them for a long time, and I couldn't find them. And then I finally asked a friend of mine who eats them where he gets them.
The Tim Tams?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apparently Sobeys had them, so I bought him all 4 flavors the other night.
Yeah.
And he's tried them all, and he says, "I like the dark chocolate best."
Those are good. Yeah.
There you go. I can't try them. I have celiac, so I can't eat them.
Oh right.
Yeah. Oh wow. Which pop do you want, bud?
Are we allowed to drink them in the...
Yeah. Just don't set those on the billiards or on the pinball.
Yeah, I want to try.
You need the lid. I haven't started one yet. Garbage? I wonder if you want to yeah.
And actually bring it around here.
Yeah, because this isn't stable enough, I don't think.
Do it here. There you go. Yep.
Yeah, except it's yogurt and milk. Better than banana flavor.
Dad really likes gummy bears.
Look at the one behind it.
I saw that.
The
I
5-pound one.
He ate all of the ones. We had a bag of jelly. No, we're not getting it. We had a bag of jelly beans. I never got the gummy bears one day. Oh, it's like, where'd all the gummy bears go? And I'm like, I don't know. I never even got any of them. They'd open them in the morning, and Dad ate them all. So it was like,
Have you heard about the Haribo Revenge?
oh yes.
Because they're covered in mineral oil
Yeah.
usually, right? So if you eat too many of them,
Yeah. Well, and then you get the sugar-free ones. Are the other ones.
Oh, do they do it too?
Oh, because
Yeah.
the sweetener in them causes diabetes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
8:05.
There we go. I'll put this one in my coat pocket. 'Cause
Are you opening that?
yeah, is it twist or not? That'll do. Thank you.
Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream because I'm not going to be able to interact with this for a little while. So, thanks for watching. That was a lot longer than I expected to do a stream for. So, we will probably do next Friday or next Saturday. I don't know. I might try and do in the afternoons as well because we have people that are kind of all over the world, and it's kind of nice to be able to stream at a time zone that they'd be able to watch. So maybe next week we'll do either a Friday or a Saturday during the day, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to end